Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pen and Paper Pod. It's been a minute. We were off last week due to technical issues and other things, but we are so glad to be back on an adventure. We're heading north today, finally to see Castle Gothica and to find out what horrors lie in store for our protagonist, our Outlanders. If I could get this to work. Perfect. I am joined here today by our intrepid group of Outlanders. Of course, first off, we have Sikes. Oh, sorry. The Eldritch Sniper Sikes, played by the wily Tanner. Sorry, I apologize. I almost like left it out, man.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's been a bit. The Forlorn Grave Cleric, Silver, played by the kind Chesh, on a destiny to kill her ex-boyfriend. His ex-boyfriend.
That's me.
Silver's ex-boyfriend. His ex-boyfriend. Got it. No, nailed it. And I'm not going to mess that up.
I guess it is still an ex, even though he died. That still constitutes as an ex-boyfriend, right?
Does it constitute, unless there's like a statement of breakup, even when you're killing a person?
Long distance, at least.
And of course, we're also joined here by the quick-fingered and fluffy-eared Savannah. Oh, no, sorry. The slow-walking, fast-drawing Tortle, played by the stalwart Justin. Justin, how are you doing this week?
Doing good.
Okay, and we're also joined here by the quick-fingered and fluffy-eared Savannah, played by the quick-witted Ange. How are you?
Hello, good.
Ready to go steal things out of a castle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
And then we're also joined here by the ancient and crotchety life cleric, Liv, played by the chaotic Karina, who's rapidly developing an intense fear of squirrels.
Oh yes, squirrels are terrible. It's not really a fear as much as a hatred.
Yeah, you're like a wood elf too, lady, and it's like one of those things where it's just you're like trees and nuts now. And of course, last but not least, we have the werewolf alpha, played by the murderous Max. How are you, Max?
Doing good. Decided
You okay
to
with
use disguise self.
Perfect. All right, as we come in, we left off last week, and we were in the throes of having a discussion about our old town of Farrington, and we are still there now. But as time has gone on, it's beginning to approach time that if you want to make it to your invitation to the Masquerade Ball at Castle Gothica, you're going to need to go ahead and start moving on. You guys have had an extended rest, and all of your sanity points have been increased by 10. Again, for anyone just listening in for the first time to our show, Revon Gothica uses a death system where it's based on sanity, and so you can die and come back, but the more times you do that, every time that you lose 10 sanity, and as you can see across the bottom of the screen are people's sanities. Alright, so what do people want to do?
Do we need to book the carriage?
These kind of clothes.
Yeah, so you know that it may be, if you want to go, if it depends on how you want to do this. So you guys have several different options, but you know that it's probably best. It's probably best if you want to get there quickly to go to Necropolia first and then go north towards Grainhold. Otherwise, you'll have to that. And you also don't think there's a carriage service in Farrington that you could hire, but there's definitely probably one that you could hire at Necropolia.
We should add that to our repertoire.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Got the money. You got the money. Start your carriage business.
Mm-hmm.
I say we definitely ring as close as we can, so ring to Necropolia.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Did Silver send a message ahead of time to, like, have a carriage waiting for us? Do we know of any yellow page carriage people? They have
okay.
phone book.
We know the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yo, we need to ride.
Can
Would
we have our
Silver want-
centaurs pull it? Is that weird?
not their job.
You could ask him. You could go and ask
No,
him.
I'm kidding. I feel like that's very insulting.
You also
So-
don't know. They also don't have rings and can't fast travel, so they would have to go overland, and you would have to wait the time for them to travel to Necropolia.
Negative.
But let's phone ahead and let's go phone ahead to Necropolia and get a ride, and then teleport there.
I'm down.
All right. So if you guys proceed to the town square, or not to the town square, but if you proceed to the sheriff's office, you're able to put your rings on the seal inside the sheriff's office and go ahead and do a quick teleport to the city of Necropolia, where you will arrive in the courtyard of Castle Clawtooth. Actually, where's my Necropolia map? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Actually, I have one. I believe I have one right here. There we go. So yeah, you guys are in the courtyard of Castle Clawtooth. What would you like to do?
Do we know where the nearest like stables is? Is there places we can get horses or carriages to take us to?
If you guys just want to hand wave it, you can go and ask the king if he can give you a ride. You can also just go and do a quick search, just looking around, probably doing like a survival in a city context.
Yeah, I think before we would have left, Silver would have messaged, like done ascending to the king.
Yeah,
being
absolutely.
Like, yo, can you hook us up with a ride?
The king is not going to respond if you send it directly to the king. He's not going to respond to a message sent directly to him.
Well, that's a waste of my spell slot. Inconsiderate bastard.
Doesn't mean you didn't hear it though.
He did hear
That's
it.
true.
Yeah. In fact, Silver, you know he heard it. He's like also a king.
I know what
Yeah, it's like in his head. It doesn't take a whole lot.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't get very many of these.
But I would ask him if he could procure us some means of transportation to Castle Gothica.
I'll hand wave the spell slot, by the way. I'll say that you guys had a long rest, and you did it the day before you were set to leave, if that's okay, Silver.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. Take your spell slot back. Take your spell slot back. Is that okay, Silver? Are you okay with that? Yeah. So as you guys, yeah. So unless you want to try to message somebody else, I'll let you spend another one on the day before. But unless you know other people in Necropolia that could probably help.
I do?
Well, if you can think of anybody.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But I would probably do ascending to Professor Arkham while we're on the topic. Just trying to see if he is alive.
All right. What do you send? Go ahead and give me the message.
1 second. Fucking holds. It would be something like Professor Arkham, my party and I are on their way. Tell us where you are so we can try to help you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm so hungry. They haven't fed me in a little bit. They're moving me cell to cell. I heard them talking, saying the children would arrive soon. You have to hurry. I'm somewhere in the Moonstone. I don't know what they're gonna do with me.
Depending on when I do this, whoever's around may or may not see, like, Silver's jaw, like, clench as his teeth just, like, grind.
It's intense.
How's Professor Arkham? Good. Silver.
Sorry, what?
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, I have a lot on my mind. I'm not trying to ignore you.
I asked how Professor Arkham was.
Not well. He is giving me intel, but they are starving him.
Well,
And he was able to tell me that children will be arriving soon. And I hesitate to think about what that could mean.
yeah, it can't be anything good, I imagine. Let's head on.
All right, if you guys proceed on, hold on. You're able to get to Necropolia into the courtyard, like we said, and you're inside the courtyard of the castle. Savannah, Liv, Alpha, Sniff, Silver, Sikes. You guys arrive loaded for bear. I do want to talk about a minute. So this is the city. This is probably where you guys would get some of your finer clothes. Let's just go down some of the items that you guys probably want to collect here. Do you want to go and try to get an audience with the king, or talk to Lady Flintclaw or anyone in the castle? Who would you like to do? Or would you just like to make a search to try to find a carriage service?
I don't have any business with the king or queen or anybody
Same here.
else. They're shifty badgers. I would like to check out the trees and various rooftops, though,
Yeah, I
for
see
some
'em.
squirrels.
You don't see him. I'll help you. I'll do you one better. He's not in Necropolia currently. How about that? God level wisdom.
Great.
He's not here. He's off doing God knows what.
Oh, he's probably on the way there.
Anyways,
Don't say things like that.
don't give me
Boo.
ideas, baby. Come on. What do you want?
Ooh.
Sykes, you're
Do we already have our clothes or anything? Do we need to go procure those in the city?
I'm happy for you guys to hand wave it and just tell me what you guys, unless you have specifically magical needs for your specific clothes. I'm also happy for them to just like tell me what you guys look like as you guys are getting ready for a party. What does this party dressed up look like?
Sykes is gonna go pretty sinister on his with some black spikes over shoulder pads.
Ooh. Like an 80s shoulder pad suit vibe with spikes? Is that... No, I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And I'll have a mask. I'll have a mask like a genie that covers my face.
Oh, cool. What does a genie mask look like? Is it like kind of like a Robin Williams mask, or like what are we thinking?
I'm thinking more of like a
I lost you a second, Tanner. Your mic went off.
more like a it's like piercings on the side that kind of jingle and jangle, and then
Oh, really
definitely
cool.
like beard, yeah, bangles,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. Silver, describe what's your going to your ex's ball outfit look like?
So he's wearing like it's integrated with his like leather armor, so that way if we do get into fights, there's not a scramble for where's my gear. But he is kind of dressed like a knight, and then on like the feather part of the helmet is like sort of this like purple to yellow to orange like feather, and then at his hip he has like a wooden toy sword.
You've just given me a gift. I love that. Thank you, Chesh. Sniff, how are you dressed? And if you say turtle, I'll kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, it's really hard to hide the turtle in me, so the best Sniff was really able to come up with is he has a cowboy hat that kind of has a veil on it. It's like a burlap sack that has some, it's like kind of see-through, so he can see through it, but it's hard to see in to look at his face.
And
He
Sniff
doesn't
and
understand the concept of clothes.
one more note: Sniff and Sikes, you guys can have as much speckle as you can carry.
I do not want it.
We'll get to that later. Savannah, how are you tucking in the cat ears tonight?
We are sticking them out
Ooh.
as soon as we get there. Well, actually, I don't think it lasts that long, so maybe not. But I'll like make my hair to be like the little tufts. So even when I shift and the ears pop up, they'll just like pop up in front of my hair, maybe, or with my hairs. So the ears out. And I think she's gonna go full on red everything and like devilly.
Ooh,
the vibe.
Devilly, got it.
Yeah.
Liv, one cannot also hide being old. You just
Yes, you can. Makeup works.
You know what? It's like-
I'm sure there's a lot of women that'll disagree.
Botox is a thing.
I just stepped in. I didn't want to go there, but okay. What I meant was, are you gonna wear a giant squirrel costume or like a mascot costume?
No, I have a dress like accumulation of leaves and long branches that I have made into some sort of a dress of sorts, and some sort of twiggy viney mask. And of course, I am carrying some acorns. Poisoned. No, I'm kidding. Just regular.
I mean, you can have poison acorns if you want.
Oh, 100% will take.
Yeah, take
Regular
it.
acorns are poisonous to humans, so.
I'll give you I'll
Extra
say,
tannins.
Poison vial. D&D. I'll say each acorn is just like a basic poison vial. So if it's consumed, it'll do a D4. Constitution save and a D4 damage.
And I would like to state that I have covered myself in one use of the bronzer that we bought, so I look a whole nother shade.
You now look like a leathery hag. No, I'm just kidding.
It's more like tree bark is
right,
the theme I was going for.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. You like spray tan. You didn't do certain areas to like you stenciled in some leaves, so like you got some pale leaves. I don't know. Anyways.
Yep, it's great. It's not pretty. It's not.
I've never gotten over when I was a kid and I fell asleep on the beach and both my sisters like put sand on my back to make different patterns on my back. You can guess what they spelled. Anyways, Alpha, how are you dressing?
Well, I don't really understand these customs, and I naturally have a part of a wolf skull on my head, so.
You're wearing a wolf skull. It's not part of your body.
No, as a Hexblood, it's part of my head.
Oh well, I missed that. Anyways, continue.
So it's normally on my head, but I think I'll just use disguise self to make it a full lifelike wolf head, and then I will transform the clothes that I'm wearing into slightly nicer formal clothes. This doesn't last forever because it's a spell, so after an hour when people have started drinking, hopefully it'll spook a couple of the people at the masquerade.
And more importantly, you're not in that form. You're in your regular clothes for when you're in Necopralia, which is where we are right now. So, guys, let's go ahead and do this. Let's just give me a survival roll to hunt down. I'll give, if people want to go together and give somebody an advantage, but I'll take a survival roll to hunt down a proper taxi service or a carriage or whatever you want to get. Or to just...
King not do anything for us?
You guys didn't go visit the king, and the king just ignored your message, Silver. You're more than happy to go talk to the Major Domo, but it may be an issue where the king just doesn't necessarily respond to everybody that messages him directly.
We'll happily help someone with the survival check.
I rolled a 17 and then Alpha rolled a 21. Thought we were just all going for it.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Alpha, you're gonna find, after a while with a little bit of help from Liv and other people, you're going to find in the low end of town, you're gonna find a service not too far from the orphanage called Pimp My Carriage.
Nice.
Okay.
And you see out front.
Is it a carriage on top of a carriage? Yo, dog. I heard you like carriages.
Okay, I don't know that joke. Anyway, I don't know where to go with it. Anyways, but you see out front, there's just there's a man eating like an egg salad sandwich, just like right there out front. He's just eating it right by the shop. And he's just greasy. He's bald down to this thing. He's just wearing like a tunic, and he's eating his egg salad sandwich, looking out. And he's got carriages that are just like up on racks behind him.
Yeah, I'll talk to this man. Excuse me, looks like you were enjoying a very nice sandwich. We need to reserve one of your carriages for several days.
What's your... Sorry, let me... What's your name?
I go by Alpha. I'm one of the lords of Barrington.
Well, your fancy pants title don't mean much to me down here. My name's Flynn Easel.
Alright, Flynn. Do you have a carriage large enough for 6 or 7 people?
Absolutely. Can get you a bus carriage, get it all fancied up for you. I think that'll run you for 6 people, and you'll need a team of 6 horses. I could do you a smaller carriage for 2 horses if you prefer, but it'll take you a little bit longer. But for 6 horses, let's say 100 gold for the carriage. And if you want for ponies, you can get a donkey, mule. I could probably even do you an elephant if you wanted. But for draft horses, it's 50 gold a horse. So that'll be 300 plus 100 for the carriage, 400 gold total. That said, if you want your carriage to have some defensive measures, armor plating, anything along those lines, pop up explosives, ballistas, let me know.
How much is it for that?
Depends on what you're looking for. I got things that can throw out caltrops. I got things that can shoot out oil slicks. I got rocket engines we can hook to the back of it. We can enchant your horses with speed hooves. We can do all sorts of shit.
I think we'll be all right. I think we'll just take your moderate draft horses, and we'll take a carriage, that doesn't attract too much attention, and we'll try to make our way that way.
I can't say I understand you fancy pants types, but I would have assumed you would have had a little bit more gold to throw out on this thing. After all, there's nothing more important than family.
Well, we're trying not to attract too much attention.
Joke's not landing. It's okay. Cool.
We're trying not to attract too much attention, you see?
Stealth it up there. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
400 gold.
Moderate
I'll get you a carriage with a full team of 6 draft horses, and you'll get there in no time. All right.
Is that pretty normal for what people take?
Roll. I mean, he's gonna tell you something, or do you want to roll insight, or what do you want to do?
I'll roll insight and see if that's a good recommendation, or if he's trying to upsell me. 19.
It's what D&D Beyond says the cost should be.
Okay. And this is a pretty standard order, I really am trying to go for a subtlety.
It's standard. I guess I could get you a crappier carriage.
As long as it accommodates us.
Yeah, all right, sure. I could get you some sick horses and a crappy carriage. Does that work?
Normal horses, and then a very modest.
I guess you could go down to 2 horses. It might take it some more time, though.
Ooh, could we do 2 horses with those hoof enchantments you were talking about?
Yeah, I could run each hoof enchantment for about maybe 50 gold for a set of hooves. Yeah, I mean for a set of horseshoes. Yeah, so be 50, Yeah, 2 horses, 2 hoof enchantments, be 400, probably be 200 gold for all that, and then for a shit carriage, I'll do you 65 gold.
Okay, and that would probably get us there around the same time as.
It might disintegrate when you get there, but you know, you get what you pay for.
That sounds fine. We don't. Yeah.
Y'all can all hear this conversation, by the way. Yeah.
Make sure they don't take a security deposit. Like, make sure we don't have to bring it back.
Oh yeah. It's gonna suck out there.
In fact, I insist you don't bring it back.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
And then
265 gold.
I'll nudge Lib and Silver. Okay, and then I'll toss.
We'll make it
the...
Hold on. I need if you want feed for the horses and tack and like water or feed buckets for them. It'll be 300 total.
We're pretty resourceful. Group, do you want that?
I think the horses deserve to eat.
You guys
We
have,
like to keep the horses alive.
I was about to say, like, you guys have like thousands and thousands of gold, and you're like nickel and diming this guy. He's like, I could do you a James Bond carriage, and you're like, no. Okay, cool, whatever.
Stealth.
I promise you will not live to regret this decision. All right, yeah, he rolls the carriage around, and yeah, they're 2 nice horses. He's got them fitted out. They have like a slight glow on their hooves, and they're pretty fast. And you guys pull around. The carriage is like strung end to end. Kind of, you see that it is kind of overgrown with a little bit of moss on top, but it is like a lovely little carriage. It's got a suspension system, and yeah, you guys can decide if you'd like to go ahead and start making your way north from here if you prefer.
Silver Liv, do you mind mending this a couple times?
Or just mend the wheels, maybe. Still make it look like it could fall apart.
Yeah.
See if it won't. Or just the structure, not the decor.
All right, I need to see a character sheet. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are easily able to mend the wheels. I'm gonna actually have somebody make a vehicle roll. I apologize that I can't remember how to make a vehicle roll.
Sniff, you're our captain. You must be able to do anything, whether land or sea, right?
Yeah, no, this is definitely not a boat.
But it's the wheel's circular. What if we make... Actually, there's probably not a circular wheel. What if we make you a circular wheel?
Yeah, but it's not a boat.
It's a tool proficiency check. This is interesting. Oh my god.
Has anyone ridden a carriage before?
I would say I would.
I can't say that I have.
I would let you, if anyone has carriage proficiency, you can add it, but otherwise it's just going to be a straight wisdom intelligence check to go ahead and like nosh these horses. Not nosh. What is it like? What do you whip a horse and say? I forget. Oh my god, I'm mind blanking.
No, that's dogs. I was thinking mush.
Yeah.
Oh, mush. Yeah. Yeah, either will work in this situation.
Sounds like you know the most, Silver. Go ahead.
That was a lot, right? Like our collective knowledge on horses was not great.
I guess Silver will just like ponder. I've ridden in a carriage, never drove one. This should be interesting.
I've stolen from a carriage.
I'm gonna have to like hold me back. I'll give you like carriage proficiency because you know how to steal from a carriage. I don't know why I feel that's wrong, but it is. Anyways, yeah. Go ahead and make me a. I suppose you're gonna want to do a wisdom check real quick, Silver.
Yeah. 1 second.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not great.
Yeah, Silver just gets in the back seat. This is as much as I know how to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys take off in the carriage, and you hear a lot of mush, whip, mush, whip, mush, whip. It's like in The Legend of Zelda where you choke up on the horse too hard, right? Like you're like the horses aren't moving particularly well. But yeah, you guys are indeed moving, and it's the ride in the back of the carriage for everybody. Silver's on the thing, like the carriage starts to rock to side. You guys, like the horses are like not in control, and after a while you're gonna run up into a muddy ditch as you guys come in, clunk, 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 as Silver comes to a screech about maybe like a quarter of a mile outside of town as she runs it up onto an embankment. The horses, stop because they don't want to run into trees. But Silver, you are thrown from the wagon seat as they come to an abrupt stop. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. That is a 5.
You go into go into a pile of mud. You slide through the mud, no damage. Actually, you're no damage. Like you just go right into the mud, just face first, roll through it, and you guys all pop your heads out of the wagon. It's been a miserable ride. You've just been bumping along, and you see Silver in a pile of mud right there, and you're thinking you may need to rethink this whole process.
Silver, if you want, I can try driving for a little bit.
Yes, please. I apologize for my inability to.
This is a learning curve for all of us. We're all good at a lot of things, but we usually get brought places. We don't usually bring ourselves.
Can two of us together, each hold a rein and give one of us advantage?
I would absolutely let somebody hold a whip, and again, you don't really whip horses, but they have like that carriage whip thing where you kind of just pat them on the rear. So I'd completely allow 2 drivers up there and let somebody have advantage on the check.
Let's work together, team.
I think one other thing too is I'll also accept an animal handling. That's one thing that I'm seeing is like a note.
I'll do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should drive a different way. Let's talk to the horses, tell them where we need to go. They probably know the way.
Yeah. Great.
We don't need to actually steer.
Yeah.
So you want to do that animal handling?
Yeah,
And
roll it up, Max.
So Max is driving, which is just a bad idea all around. But who's helping them?
I will. I'll climb up there like I've seen a carriage. I've seen people ride towards us as we hide in the bushes waiting to jump out.
Yeah, okay. Max with advantage, animal handling.
14.
It's not pretty, but you know how to make a horse move in the direction you want to, and so it pulls the wagon. The mechanics of the wagon herself, you have no idea how this shit works, so it's bouncing back and forth, and you guys are all slowly getting seasick, more so even than you were when you were on the Prodidio, as you guys are shaken. If anyone's ever ridden in a horse-drawn carriage, it sucks ass. It sucks big ass. Like in a big ass sort of way, man. Oh, hey Trevor. It's nice to have you here. I love you. Oh, what? Yo, you're back. You muff. I don't know what that means. Anyways, that's not what I meant. Anyways,
let's take this thing on some sick jumps.
Yeah.
No.
After
Sniff, you gotta calm him down.
There's some mud turns that you can veer off the trail and try to jump the carriage if you want to, Alpha.
No, I do not.
Okay, all right,
It's just mended together.
Yeah, keep mending as
The
we
duct
go.
tape
Actually,
is still
actively
drying.
mend.
You guys are like on the trail as you continue up north. You leave Necropolia heading north towards Grainhold up the trail. The road is dusty and dirty and mud's been falling. Terrain's been falling, so it's a touch muddy. And as you head north, you're gonna observe that there are thousands of refugees streaming into Necropolia that have been here. Oh, sorry. There are thousands of refugees that are streaming into Necropolia from the destroyed city of Blackwater, and they were allowed to escape, and they seem to manage it. But you see on the outskirts of towns that there's just camps and camps of people that haven't been given entrance into Necropolia as you sit here. And you see just in the distance that there's these camps like line up all along, and there's people going into cooking fires, just getting bread, and everybody looks miserable. And it's one of those things where if you've been camping in one spot for a day, so you kill the natural vegetation. As it began to rain, the whole camp has turned into a large mud pit, and there's just these mud covered refugees that are along the side of the road, and people have begun to beg as you pass by. Carriages are being unmolested. It doesn't seem particularly violent, but you do see just the desperation in these refugees' eyes as there's large cooking fires in the distance, but you don't know what the existing situation is. Silver, you may think that the king...
flyers? Flyers for Farrington?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the Farrington flyers. I wouldn't suggest that.
Oh, wow. Just because they don't have homes doesn't mean they're not good people.
Send them
we can use them.
Send them to Castletop.
Ah.
Did you bring Castletop flyers? Because we only made Farrington ones.
We're just gonna go through X out, Castletop, X out.
Just modify a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. just like modify like 4 or 5 of them and tell them all to just follow this to Castletop. We don't need more people going to Farrington.
Oh my god, these masks are amazing. Thank you guys. If you guys want to head over to our Discord, we're making AI art of all the masks that people have had in there, and they're sexy as all hell. I was not prepared for these AI art masks.
Yours does look so cool, Karina.
I wish I could produce anything in AI art that sexy. I'm just amazed. Okay, anyways. Yeah, you guys are crabbing along. All right, what are you guys doing? Are you going to try to pass out flyers? Are you going to try to tell people about Farrington? Are you going to or Castletop? Or what are you going to do?
We'll pass out a couple flyers. Does someone carry a pen on them?
Yeah.
Like, can we modify a flyer?
Yeah, like, I'll walk up to somebody's like old fire and take some charcoal.
Yeah, just cross that thing. You pass out a couple flyers.
Very janky flyers.
People are like, you give like a flyer to like a young boy who then like soaks it in like water and then rolls it up and starts eating the paper.
I don't know how to handle this.
Wow. Man. I guess they can't read.
There are people that take the flyers who seem interested, like who's handing out the flyers?
I would probably hand them out.
Yeah, I'll help as I'm
I don't want to do a help, but I want you both of you make individual persuasion checks, and that's effectively advantage.
Persuasion. We'll see how this
Are you
goes.
lying? Are you doing deception?
Better than me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, by the time Sniff has talked to a couple people and you guys have stopped on the side of the road, yeah, I mean, you see a couple families like seem to be heading towards Necropolia to try to get on the river, or headed east towards Farrington. You like how I had to do never eat stale wheat because I'm dyslexic and don't know cardinal directions, and I can't even do right and left. So here we are. Yeah. So
I did tell them Castletop also, not Farrington.
I checked it, and you write it off.
Same direction.
So you scratched out Farrington. So we'll see how that works. As you guys continue to head north, you're going to start to see some disturbing changes, actually, because it's very jarring because you were headed kind of through like massive refugee camps, but as you get past the refugee camps and begin to head north, it's still the existing cloud cover that you got. And one thing you'll notice is that the cloud cover actually over Necropolia is thicker than it is, and especially around the refugee camp. It's almost like the cloud cover around areas of suffering seems to be thicker. And as you guys think about it, you're realizing that that's kind of been the case all over. That the thicker the clouds, kind of more the concentration of suffering that you see in all over Revon. And as you head north, though, it seems to clear up a little bit, though it is still cloud cover. But one of the things that you see is that the earth turns at some point. There's not a lot of grass in Revon, right? There's trees, but it's more deciduous, more low light trees, a lot of moss cover ground, that kind of thing. But as you start to head into the north of Revon, it looks like a beautiful, lush garden. Just as far as the eye of sees, and as you begin to get towards Grainhold, you start to see the first set of wheat fields you've seen in your entire time. You see wheat fields and wine and grapes, and it's near harvest time. And there's just something that just jars all of you individually as you guys head north, because you just haven't thought about this fact that you've been in this depressing location for so long. Sorry. My God. Oh my God. Just anyways, you've been in this depressing location for so long. I was snapping for Silver's armor. I love it, Chesh. Well done. And you just see as you continue to head north that there's just a greater abundance of life from end to end across Revon here. You just see, it's one of those things where you see the lushness of a grapevine field, and it's just one of those things where it's like watching newborn plants lifting up, and you see this abundance of, just life and goodness through these lands. And it's just very difficult for you guys, because you realize that it becomes more apparent now than ever before that Revon has suffering, and that a lot of the inhabitants of Revon are emaciated and exist on like yucca and other plants that grow in sunless conditions, and they just have a lot less calories overall. And because of that, you see that like it's just jarring to come into a place that has all this abundance of wheat and flour and grapes and vines. And it's one of those things where it kind of, unintentionally, it's horrifying to think about this haves and have-nots, but it's also one of those things when you look on a field of grapes, it's one of those things in lives where it's like, unless you can't take a little bit of enjoyment from it, somebody has definitely gotten inside your head and fucked you up, because it's just beautiful. So as you head north, you guys see these fields of wheat and barley and hops and grapes and all these plants that you wouldn't know or haven't seen inside of Revon, because they need sunlight to grow, and the only place you've seen them is here as you approach Grainhold. What do you guys talk about in the wagon?
Yeah, you know that person who is fucked up? That's Silver right now. He is, like, as gorgeous as this area is, he is not about it.
Seems strange that there's so much wheat when everyone should just move up here. There must be a reason why it's all here.
That's why it's called Grainhold. It holds all the grain. That makes sense.
Oh, you're right. It's like explode away by the
I'm afraid it's worse than that. All of this life comes from the death of young women.
Oh.
That's the better.
Did you elaborate?
Did we ever establish that it was just women?
That's what one of the ladies told me, and like we went to a bar. Like it was Peggy, I think. She told me.
Yeah. Young women, yeah, okay. I'm gonna just say right now, that may have been a mess up on my part. Young children, how about that?
Oh,
Much
even
better. I'm glad we clarified.
Thank you for the
Right.
clarification. We just made it a little less dark.
Good job, team.
Right? Thank you. Really wanted to drive that knife in. There we go. Okay, please continue.
On that note, so we're gonna be like, what are the point? Is that like the only point of children for making wheat?
Oh no,
Is that how that works?
just your camera.
Well, shit. If they
Oh my
make
gosh.
this much wheat, it kind of might be worth it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wheat.
It's a lot of wheat. Like it's sprawling. I don't know.
I want to.
I'm gonna.
Speak it out loud.
I want to say this. It is definitely a notion that you can see that, you know, it was told to Silver. It goes through your head here. He wasn't lying, you know. The moonstone he uses to send light to these places, which allows them to grow in abundance.
Are we like driving through the fields of wheat? Could we stop the carriage and like make sure it's real and not like an illusion or anything?
Yeah, 100%. You get out, you pull out the wheat, and you pull out vines. And Savannah, you taste a grape for your first time in Revon. Like, I think you guys had wine at some point, but yeah, it's a grape, and it's a nasty grape because if you've ever had like wine grapes, they suck ass. Like, wine grapes taste vile until they've like been made into wine. But it's one of those things.
They still take that after.
Savannah grabs a raw grape.
Or
Yeah,
raw
she
grape.
probably-
I wanna invest in that in a minute. But please continue.
I'm gonna try and knock it out of her hand before she consumes it.
I'll let you make a dex. I guess not an acrobatics check. I just make a straight dex check to knock it out of their hand really fast before she eats it.
Mm-hmm.
You can also contest this, Savannah, if you like, with a dexterity.
No, I
saving
think she'd
throw.
be so taken off guard that Alpha would care what she was eating that she
Yeah, I
wouldn't
think
know to defend
It's an
herself.
I do not think that passes. I mean, you're just not quick enough. She eats it.
Oh.
Ew.
Give her the Heimlich.
How do you feel, Savannah?
Sour.
Sour.
Yeah, my
Can I tell
insides
you
are sour
something?
too.
I'm
things
gonna be
are
honest with you.
poisonous.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Just from a fantasy perspective, of the foods you eat in this fantasy world, it's sour. It's a shit grape, but it still is like some of the first fresh fruit you've had in months. And it's just, yeah, it explodes in your mouth texturally. It's just a whole new experience. And it's one of those things. It's like on The Last of Us when they're eating a strawberry and you just see those beautiful gay men just like loving that moment, right? Like, it's just like that. You've just not had fruit and it's beautiful and you almost can't handle it.
So being a wolf, grapes are toxic to dogs. So that's why I wanted to knock it out of her hand, because I've seen other wolves and things eat grapes and then get sick. So I didn't want that to happen to Savannah.
It's okay, Alpha. I'm a cat, not a dog. Sometimes the ears can be confusing. I get it.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I appreciate you. I'll hand him a wheat stick and be like, "Here, this one's for you."
A stick of wheat. What do I do with it?
Chew on it. You're a dog.
Wheat?
Like the farmers, just
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a little straw.
Oh, no. I would normally bite into the farmer. It's not more descriptive. I'll pretend to enjoy eating it from the wrong end.
It's has anyone here ever bitten into a stalk of wheat?
I don't think I've ever seen a stalk of wheat, to be honest.
Okay, I'm just gonna age my farmer background from Kentucky. it doesn't go well for you. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Okay. They're
I
actually
believe
like
that.
the stalk of weed is actually like kind of razor sharp. So you like cut your mouth as you do this. Take a D4 of damage.
Oh no! Sorry.
I love you, man.
And this is deadly.
Sorry.
I was pretty
like,
gentle about it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a personal issue with certain plants. If you've ever run through in a cornfield, it's pretty bad. Okay, it's like I'm just saying, 3 damage.
Don't run through the wheat field. Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Not with your mouth open.
If you wanna farm, you can farm, but I'm gonna make you suffer.
I think we'll have our little break will probably be over unless anyone else want to do anything. We gotta keep pushing, y'all. This food kind of tastes bad, even though it looks good. Terrible grapes and razor sharp wheat.
Yeah.
Gross.
They're both poisoned.
The dead are fighting back.
As you guys continue to head north, you see that you're coming into the town of Grainhold. And in the distance, you can see just flowers beginning to bloom, like tulip fields, like you see in, like, where are the tulip fields? They're like Holland or something, but like in like Denmark or something. I don't know the exact country, but you see these massive fields of flowers, and it's just exactly lovely. And you see what is absolutely the most beautiful village you've seen in Revon. It's still got cloud cover, but it's just these cabins and these log huts and these different buildings that have been overgrown with an abundance of flower and light. And as you approach the village, you see that the village is just in the middle of a celebration. People are dancing through the street. Everybody has a flower crown in their hair. And it's just gorgeous. And you see people in the distance just dancing in circles around large totem poles. There's a windmill, and they've laced flowers through all the binds of the windmill turning around. And everybody is just having this this massive party. There's grains and breads on a table laid out in a field, and people are going around. And you see that there is, as you guys come into town, you see that there is this celebration. It's hard to move the carriage down the main street, actually, because people are packed through, and they're not expecting a carriage to come through at this time. So you'll try to have to move people out of the way, or you can get out and investigate this, what's happening here.
Ugh, here we go again. Someone's gotta strike down everyone's fun.
You know it. We've seen it time and again. But we can enjoy it until the other shoe drops.
I don't think we're strong. We don't know enough about this carriage to push it through some people, so we might want to get out.
Silver is gonna stay quiet, thinking that Liv and Sikes are talking about him.
What?
No, we would
This
not.
situation just makes me want to kick some puppies. I mean, I just...
I'm gonna quote tweet that later, and I'm gonna like make a thing. I'm gonna like remix it. I want to cook some puppies. It's gonna be great. I love it, Liv. We're gonna go back to that. Yeah, but this is gorgeous, right? You guys, if you hop out of the wagon, you can see that people will come up to you immediately, and they'll offer you drinks. Like everybody's having ales and stuff, and there's wine. It's free flowing. There's a huge distance. There's got barley and oats, so they can actually have ale. This is the first time you've seen ale in Revon, and they are just fucking handing it to you, and they invite you into your celebration. They're passing out flower necklaces and crowns. They're not really talking. They're all kind of inebriated. You can kind of go along with it if you like, but yeah.
Liv does not drink or eat anything from them.
Yeah, we were kind of scorned last time we ate something from some stranger.
Yeah, Sikes was really right about to hold the drink, and it's like, well, wait a minute. Yeah, definitely.
You see in the distance, there is a bunch of animals running about, and this is the first time you see it. You see that there's a bunch of pugs just running about idyllically through a flower field, running about.
You're saying don't
stop,
shoot the little pug.
and they wave at you, and you see that these are very
puppies.
I know, that's
beautiful
what I was
puppies.
thinking.
They're all
Anyways.
looking about. And you see there in the center of town. Oh my god, what are you doing, Katie? I love you too. Okay, yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. Sorry. That's going to be really bad for our podcast listeners. They're going to be like, what the fuck happened? You see there in front of the windmill, there's an altar of flowers. And standing there on top of the altar is 2 children in baptismal gowns. 2 young, maybe 10, 11-year-old children. And they're wrapped in flowers. And there's people are dancing in multiple circles around the children in the center of this field. And you see over to one side is a carriage, a gilded carriage, with a team of 6 horses ready to go north. And the entire carriage is wrapped in flowers and bouquets as well.
That's not suspicious at all.
We don't really see children very often.
After this, I imagine they'll be taken to the Moonstone.
Oh, so we're
Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Greenholds. How y'all doing tonight? You see this like exuberant man come up to you, and he's wearing like a triple flower crown that creates a set of like flower horns, and he's like, howdy, where you guys be heading off to?
I have an idea. What if we convince him that the girls need protection and we become their security force, so we get to use their wagon and we get to go north and we get to protect them?
That.
Sure.
I'm on board.
All right. So I'll say
Good
to the
deal.
guy, I'll be like, "Oh, we are actually sent to find you. We heard that there's threats coming. There's some people that are headed this way that might threaten the ceremony."
The ceremony? Well, that'd be quite sad. He turns towards it. I really want to honor these girls' sacrifices, and I want to make it as easy as possible for them.
Oh, we
They're
tend
very
to
brave.
help you with that. We'll help guard them. We'll take them north when the time comes.
You're kind of strangers there. Are you saying you're gonna guard them? You're heading north yourself, I assume.
We're headed
Castle
right to
Gothica?
you, sir. No, we're headed here.
You're headed
We're
here.
headed here to help the girls.
You want to make sure they get to Castle Gothica.
Definitely.
You're not servants of Count Ezra, are you?
We're
That's on a need to know basis.
yeah. You're not at that level of clearance, sir.
Well, I hate to be telling you this, but one of those sweet girls is my daughter. And I very much love her. And she's here to make a sacrifice that I will never be able to repay. So you gotta understand, she means the world to me.
Oh, I can promise you that we mean them no further harm. We just want to help protect them, get
There's
them
a
to
lot
their
of
duty.
strange folks out there that don't understand our ways. They don't understand the North. They don't understand that we've organized what is necessary to live in Revon. We create a beautiful world. And we all make those sacrifices just like my older brother did. Every lord of a town here, and the 6 towns to the north, sends a child during the feast, their firstborn child, to Castle Gothica, so they may be sacrificed, so that all can suck of the abundance of the land here. My older brother died to give me this place. My young daughter will die too to give her sister that opportunity that I had. Please, I would appreciate you protecting her and making sure she arrives there safe, if you're willing.
Yes. That is what we've come to do.
So, do you care? Okay, here's what I'm going to do, Savannah. You can make a persuasion or a deception, and I think it's going to depend on, do you intend to let this child die?
Well, I intend to keep my word of having her make it there safely.
Okay, I'll let you go with persuasion if you prefer.
I think I prefer. Oh, nope. Shit. 8.
Oof.
No, I fear I must go myself.
We could accompany you. We could come with you.
I think that'd be agreeable to have 2 carriages on the road, if you so being fit. But thank you for your offer of hospitality. Maybe we can camp out together at night and experience this glorious country that our Lord Ezra has given to us.
Hail, Ezra.
Hail the Count. Now, if you don't mind, this be being the last week that I'll be able to see her alive. I wish to go spend as much time with her as I can. Me and my younger daughter, we want to thank her for what she has given us and our future generations and all the people. It is only the lords that pay this price, and I love my people, and I as a lord pay this price dearly, so that the common man in the north of Revon can live in this glorious world. Thank you so much. Please.
One quick question. Do you know who the father is of the second girl? We just want to give our condolences.
You can, of course. It's Lord Robin. He's over there. That's his daughter.
Okay, thank you.
I wouldn't necessarily poke him. We all go through various issues during the harvest, and he's having a difficult time with this transition, as he doesn't have a second-born to hold him over. And as such, he feels the pain very dear. I'd beg you be gentle with him if you do go talk to him.
Almost certainly.
Thank you very much. We'll be heading north and tomorrow morning. You're welcome to stay the night in our glorious, beautiful village. Drink deeply, my friends, and eat and enjoy yourselves. There is nothing here that we would do to hurt you. This is a gifted land.
Can I insight the last, like, if they want to harm us at all?
100%.
So just that was a little sketchy.
Right. No,
we would never hurt you, though. Oh, now I rolled good. 23.
100% honest. This, it's not the food that is gonna get you. It's the cult, you know. Like that's not how cults roll. They don't poison the food till the very end, you know. At this stage, it's just animal crackers and fun, you know. Sorry, I watch a lot of documentaries about cults. Sorry, guys. Katie really likes true crime. It's a problem. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, now that it's not poison, I'm gonna eat the shit out of this food.
It's delicious. It is delicious. There is a roast pig. There is deer, venison, cow, everything. Meats galore, sizzling on a barbecue. It's like fucking primo grade Wagyu beef too, where it's been fed in a glorious, bountiful village, and it just sizzles on the bone. They literally have raw meat there. Alpha, you go straight to it. They got a little barbecue. You can throw it on, flip it, nearly eat it raw. You can even eat the meat raw, which maybe you like, Alpha.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's delicious. Open bottles of wine, ale, are people drinking? What is anyone doing? You see Alpha stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm continuing to not eat or drink anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Silver if he plans to stop the ceremony. Like he's like my moral center / our whole group's center. Like, are we letting this happen? Should we recruit that other father? Should we stop this?
Ideally. And like you'll see him like kind of try to shrink in the letter that Ezra sent me. He told me to behave and not interrupt anything or Lottie's life is forfeit.
So maybe not stop it now, maybe stop it later.
Yes.
That's the vibe I'm getting? Okay. Well, if we're not stopping it, we might as well drink. I'll bring Silver some wine as well. I don't know if he wants to drink his sours away, but there will be wine next to him.
He will put it in his pack, but it will otherwise remain untouched.
You grab the bottle and realize the brand is called Silver's Moonlight. The wine in this particular area is dedicated to Castle Gothica and named Silver's Moonlight.
Maybe don't mention my name either. And he'll just like, with a bit of like extra force, he'll like try to shove the bottle like deeper in his bag.
Fuck you, wine. I hate you. This is a whole thing for my other emotional issues, which I'm shoving deep down in the bag and not dealing with. Fuck you, wine. Sorry, go ahead. But accurate, right?
If we don't talk about it, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know that the torture of Revon has really helped us develop deeper abilities to interact with each other emotionally. But anyways, let's continue on. What do you guys do? Like, the festival's going on, everybody's going in the morning. They offer you a lovely barn, like a very midsummer-esque barn with lovely beds out. And anything you guys do, anything you want to do medicine-wise, I just say, even a medicine nat 20, you know that none of the food is poisoned.
Sikes would like to take a watch. Just like 2 hours just looking around, even if no one else joins. Just to look around and see what's going on.
In the middle of the
I think
night...
we should go in twos, though. Don't go off by yourself. Take Sniff with you.
I've got work to do.
Savannah,
I don't know about this.
Just
Trying to bond them again.
I want to do this. I want to say this too. Justin and Ange, you guys are a couple in real life, but I do love how Savannah just offered Sniff, up to Sikes. It's like you literally grabbed the turtle, dragged him over, put him to Sikes, and is like, take the turtle.
Well, I can sense a little bit of tension, trying to fix some tension.
I agree.
I've got things I need to work on. I've got promises I need to keep.
Yeah, I got things I gotta work on too. Yeah,
All right, Sikes, you can't go alone though. Take Alpha. I offer up Alpha.
I do love
Does
this
Alpha
notion.
object?
No. Savannah is by definition the second shortest member of the party, Liv being the shortest. I do love this, Sikes is leaving and she drags over Sniff, and then the small woman runs over and drags over Alpha, and it's just take Alpha. You're assigning buddy systems. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, way to be the party mom, So
Take
Sikes...
your older brother, Sikes.
We'll share our broom together in the night sky.
Aww.
It's kind of romantic, actually. I mean, it's not what either of you necessarily... I don't know if you envisioned this yourself, but as you fly up, it's still gorgeous because there's lights across the valley. You see fireflies for the first time, and it just lights up, and it's just idyllic. You Sikes, you almost want to make an Arcana check, just because it's just it's so jarringly different in timbre to the rest of Revon. But as you go up and you look around, go ahead and make me a perception check. There are street lamps on every corner, so it's actually well lit, so you do not have disadvantage.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do this.
No, I'd allow you if Alpha's helping you, but yeah, take 6.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah. You hear just quiet sounds of village, but in the distance, you hear crying, just coming from one of the houses in the village.
Look, lean Alpha. Should we go check him out?
I don't know. It sounds kind of suspicious. Where's their survival instinct? Who just cries this loudly? It could be a trap.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that. It could be a trap. Oh, shit. Let's go see.
Okay.
So we go to the sounds of the cry.
You go
Just to
down,
investigate.
and you fly down Peter Pan style to the window of the house, and you see through the window that there's like a child's bedroom. It's a carved bed in the shape of it's like a carriage bed that's carved, and you see a mural across one wall depicting animals and scenes that are just delicately made for a child. And you see sitting there on the bed is Lord Robin and the child you said wrapped in flowers earlier, and they're holding each other, and just both of them are just sobbing, gently sobbing against each other.
This feels kind of personal, Alpha.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
Yeah, this is awkward.
We shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
We go fly away.
Yeah, you fly up. There's nothing happening in the village really else this night. You have not seen a monster since you hit north, and that is confusing to you. Revon has monsters out the ass in the trees. Like, they literally, like, no one really goes past the premises of the town in Farrington because monsters live outside the forest. They're just that level of prevalence. And yet, you feel like for the first time you could skip through the countryside like anybody, and it would be fine.
This place is nice. It reminds me of home.
You come from a nice place.
Generally, the best people do.
Is food always this abundant?
No, sadly not. There have to be bad times with good, hungry times with full times. You know those.
Mm-hmm. Is that our final thing for like? Okay, I need to post that to Twitter. Is that silver in her armor? Because that's rad. Okay.
If
anyways.
she likes it.
Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
It's a bit bulky, but otherwise, yeah. Because Silver is a tiny guy.
Cosplay. Anyways, yeah. Sikes and Alpha, what are you doing? I apologize for interrupting you.
We're done. I just want to take a watch to just check things out. If something's happening, I'll go back to bed.
Everybody's pretty hammered. The village people are very thankful. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's not a huge separation locally between the Lord, and like typically the Lord lives in a castle and lords over the land, but definitely the Lord in this village lives in just a town house and as a manor, and it's just, he's very close with his people. They all seem pretty in contact with their people, and it's essentially the mayor and the person of the village just needs to make this sacrifice for there to be that. And there's no monsters about, and it's really a beautiful country, but maybe in the outside of this, the horror of it is what's to come. All right. You guys go to sleep at night, and you awaken the next morning bright and early as the Lord who came to you talked to you yesterday. How now, brown cow? How's everybody doing? Come on out. I got fresh baked pastries for you. We're gonna hit the road early. We got about a couple hours up to Castle Gothica, and I want to make sure we're all protected. You guys ready? He comes in with fresh pastries. There's pain au chocolats and lovely croissants, and he's got a huge pot of fresh brewed coffee. This is again the first time you've seen coffee in Revon. And he just brings it in and just starts brewing it. He's got grain sugar and all sorts. This man has abundance to give. He's losing one thing specifically. And he doesn't care. You can just see it as he gives it away. He doesn't care. He just wants everybody else to have it.
I'm going to decline the coffee.
No more drugs.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
You pile into the wagon, and there's not enough room in their wagon, but they will take you. So you're able to pile into your guys' wagon, and somebody can make an animal handling check if you like with advantage. I think Alpha?
Yeah.
Did we want to see if they have an extra driver? Like, we need to watch the road. Do you have any other drivers to drive the carriage?
Make a persuasion, Savannah.
Not that I don't have confidence in you, Matt. Oh, well, my persuasion sucks, so.
Gosh.
Nope.
10's exactly it. No, he'll be like, I can produce a man, if that's okay. Philip. Essentially a 12-year-old runs over, and he's like, hi, my name's Philip. I'm cool. You guys look cool. Tell me about yourselves. Where you from? What's happening? What is the meaning of life?
To focus on our work. We need to scan the trees, or we will all die. So you must be silent.
I mean, just ignore me because I'm not capable of not talking. And my mom says that a lot. She says it's a problem. Okay, I'll get the wagons. He pulls up the. He's the mayor looks at you. He's like, this is not the driver. We got like one driver and he's driving our carriage. I'm so sorry. But Philip's, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's annoying, but he's a good boy. He hops up into the carriage. It's like, hey, we going? I got us hooked. Let's go.
Oh, I guess we're going. I got a 16, by the way.
We can throw him out then. If you want to try.
I would make him re-roll if you threw Philip off the horse. I do not. That roll was rolled when you intervened, and it's fine. I'm not gonna take that 16, so he has to re-roll. Philip will pull it up unless you guys really want to get rid of Philip, and you guys will head on the road with their carriage in front as they plow up to the road towards Castle Gothica. Oops. Yeah.
At least you can't get lost following someone. That's good.
It's easy enough, and it's quite lovely in the back, because now that you have Philip and he has legit driving scores and has vehicle proficiency, it stops bouncing along as you guys go, and for the first time, you guys are really, really enjoying your carriage ride. It's legit, you know? As you guys plow up through the country, you see more beautiful, beautiful lands as you go. About midday, as you come to a stop, you see that the carriage in front of you has come to a stop and says that there is... what do you guys want to do?
I should investigate on this map.
Sorry.
Our carriage stopped in front of us that we were following. We should investigate.
Yeah.
Did anybody say anything? Can you hear anything?
You see the Lord Philip. Lord has dropped out of the cavern, and out of the caravan, and he's sitting next to it. And he turns to you as you guys come up, and he's like, "There appears to be a broken down caravan in the middle of the road. Is there any way I could get you guys to clear that?"
Definitely a trap.
Yeah, certainly a trap. This is exactly why we came down, to prevent these kind of things.
Well, I would really help your help with this sort of thing, if that's okay.
Just Eldritch Blast it, Sikes. That'll move it, right?
Get it out. Just break it all down. I can do that. Yeah. And I start blasting away.
Okay, so does Eldritch Blast have a move feature? Because what does it move?
Isn't it a knockback?
Yeah, it's a knockback.
But this is like, is the knockback affected by the weight of the individual? Because it's a large carriage full of shit.
Well, the stipulations for both of them say when you hit a creature with an attack, that deals bludgeoning damage. So maybe that doesn't count. But
I would say there's.
Does anyone have fireball?
But I don't think 500 pounds of carriage is necessarily going to knock back.
Maybe knock off a wheel, knock
it also
the wheel back.
specifies creature.
Yeah, so I exactly. If it was a 500-pound gargantuan creature, I would probably say no automatically. Because that
it
feels
did
wrong.
knock back the.
Yeah, there's 5 feet that has no size requirement. That does in fact happen on any creature.
Yep.
But there's 10 feet that is accounted for that does affect.
All right. You can knock back a Tarask, but not a wagon.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna keep blasting away, and then I'll just be like, so man, I don't think this is working. I mean, I can keep trying, but it's just not working.
It's okay. It's okay.
After like a half hour of him shooting this thing, like it's it's broken down into wood. You're gonna just have to go and like scoop it out of the roadway. But there's still like wagons and like there was barrels in the back of it. You just need to scooch it over.
I'm worried about getting close to it. Oh, can we mage hand everything off to the side? No, mage hand can only carry like 10 pounds. That would take ages.
Can I like look along the forest line to sort of get a sense if we're being watched?
What's your vision? Actually, go ahead and roll me perception.
I would love to, but apparently I cannot get into.
Can I roll a d20 and you just tell me what the plus is?
Well, I can't get to my character sheet.
Oh shit! Really?
It says like I don't have access.
Beyond is down
Oh, okay. I'm not the only one. Good.
for Max and I too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought I was like the only one.
That is not
I'm in.
good. Yeah, I'm in too.
I'm in.
Don't refresh my page.
Yep.
Don't
Noted.
refresh it.
refresh.
Oh nope, it's down. As you try to enter 403 level of endless dungeon ancient. Oh,
Yep.
don't. Okay, I'm just gonna level with you. D&D Beyond. We hate you for a lot of reasons right now. Don't
I mean,
put a cute note for your 403 forbidden because it just pisses me off that it's not there. Okay, because you did it live in the middle of a cast. I was working with you all day, and then you just shit the bed in the middle of my cast. So fuck you. And fuck OGL, and fuck all of that, and go fuck yourself. Sorry, apologies. Twitch is gonna be mad at me. Anyways, yeah. Oh, here we go. I would not be surprised if a blood eagle happens. Who needs to be taken out to stop this cycle? Animal crackers in my soup. Okay, cool. Zertep, drink the wine. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I missed some of those chats. So I don't know off the top of my head what your plus is. To
give me 1 second.
Yeah. I just pulled it up. We're good. I got you, Silver. Guys, just keep refreshing, and it works a little bit better, if that's okay. It didn't work for me for a second, and then I refreshed a couple of times, then it just popped up.
It showed me it was glitching nat 20s for persuasion from Sniff. Unless you were rolling those, Sniff.
I only rolled 1.
Oh, was it a nat 20?
I'm gonna be honest. If we get more than
it just
four
kept coming up.
if we get more than 4 nat 20s in the next hour, I will be like, oh no. Let's just roll in the thing. What is your perception? It's like a +4, right, Silver?
I know. I believe
Okay.
I took proficiency in it.
Don't worry. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just rolled a d20 for you, and it pulled a nat 20. So I don't give a
there
shit.
it is.
Yeah, there it is. So let's go ahead and move on. Silver, you see in the tree line, 600 feet away, that there is movement.
Do I
600
see what
feet.
is making this movement?
600 feet is 6 football fields away, so it is a good distance, and outside of even Tanner's limit. Oh, we just lost somebody.
Oh my gosh.
It's outside.
It's
600
Ange
The
Cameron.
internet is rebelling.
600
Guys.
range is good.
Yeah, guys, we lost Ange for just a moment. I think we're gonna
her
go ahead
laptop
and
shut off. Yep.
yeah, it's okay. Look, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a quick break here, and I think we're gonna come back in about 15 minutes. It's about 9:58, so 10 o'clock. So we'll come back at 10:15 if that's okay for everybody. All right. The pen and paper pod. We're gonna do some technical images in about a sec. Oh, and she's back. But in about a minute, we're gonna come back at 10:15. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hello and welcome back to Revon, a land of horror and terror and awfulness. And yes, we've confirmed Sikes has been shooting at a caravan for a little bit here, blasting away at the context of the caravan, and over in the trees we see that Silver has spotted something 600 feet away in the tree line.
Do we think all of Sikes' shots would have triggered any trap or like explosive or anything that was on the caravan itself?
Most likely, but as you're sitting there, you hear from the caravan, "Please help me! Please help me!"
Blast.
Another stinking werewolf child.
All right, Sikes. Oh, hold on, everybody's mixed up. Wow. So you made a blast intimation. Are you for real blasting the wagon?
Yeah, someone said blast. I heard the word blast.
You did. I heard it blast too. Yeah, you shoot the wagon again. It goes through, and you still hear, "Please stop!"
I will go investigate. There's a threat. The only threat to us is going to be several hundred feet away.
Savannah needs to go where Liv is. Elven. Liv, Alpha, Savannah, Sniff. All right, we're all good. Everybody's on the right track. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you continue on here, you're able to see that Silver approaches the wagon. It's there doesn't seem to be anybody. You hear, "Please help me!" Who was the one that eyed the tree line? I think it was also Silver, if I'm not mistaken.
Silver.
Yeah, Silver. You see that you saw movement in the tree line. You didn't see much else, even with a high perception.
Yeah, it would have been a 26 total.
Yeah,
Now that
26 total. Okay, yeah. You
sheet.
see 6 football fields away is the tree line, so it is like, think about that, 600 yards. So it's pretty distant. You see movement on the tree line.
I'm going to art school.
Shoot
not
it,
math
Sikes!
school.
You can shoot more than 600 feet, right?
I'm gonna say something. You would not have seen shit if you didn't have a nat 20. I would say that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, I'm gonna go towards like the broken carriage.
Yeah. Okay. As you tip over the carriage, Sikes, what's your AC?
I couldn't tell you. I think I have a 16.
Jesus Christ. D&D Beyond. I will kill you.
I think I have a 16 because I'm a dragonborn.
How dare you do all this OGL stuff and then break down in the middle of my cast? It's like you want me not to play D&D. I'm just going to say that out loud, right? Like, you don't want me to play D&D. I want to do Blades in the Dark. I've been reading that system all week, thinking about it. Yeah. It's a good system. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
We don't need fancy technology to D&D.
Yeah, no, fuck you. I'm doing this math myself. The fact is, if I trust your shit and then it breaks down, I'm fucked. So I'm gonna do the math. Sorry, okay, I'm done. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
So 16, I think is what I'm going with.
16, yeah,
wrong,
okay.
If it's wrong, then I'll adjust.
No, you're good.
I'll take the heat.
It's a 10 plus 7, so that'll be a 17 to hit. So an arrow will come out and hit you from 600 yards away. And
what's the name of your nemesis? Is he back?
Actually not. He's never made 600 yards. That's like 18. That's like 1,800 feet. It's like 1,800 feet.
It's 600 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought you said yards. I'm sorry.
Sorry, yard. No, yeah. Sorry. 600 feet. Like similar. I think your limit is. Hold on.
600.
As this arrow flies through the air, you guys look down and you see this arrow arc out from where you were and come down and strike Sikes. And it's another tube-based arrow. As you sit there, it strikes into you, Sikes, and cuts through your armor and impales you. And it's another tube-based one. You've seen him use these before, the exploding arrows. There's no fuse on it, though, and it's just inside you. What do you do?
Oh, gotta disarm it.
There's no way I can catch this using.
It
missile?
doesn't hit you. You can only catch what hits you, right?
Yeah, but like it'd be real cool if I could.
It would be real cool if you could, but anyways. Yeah. it
Wait, are we
strikes
allowed
you.
to use reactions on this?
Yeah, if you got a reaction that works.
Oh yeah, then I'll covering fire.
Oh, shit, yeah! What does it do?
That's fucking good.
It adds 2 AC to his AC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just enough. Like you shoot the arrow out of midair. You pull it out, bang, bang, out of midair, bang! It clips the thing. The tube falls by his feet and cracks open, and you see there's a note in the tube, along with a lock of hair tied to it.
No. Well, do I know this is Paxton's arrow? Like, is this see? Like, it's just classic him, or like that? It's like there's some random strikes.
See, on your palm forms a sign, which is his signature. In dark letters, Paxlinot's motif appears on your palm. You have been marked by an oath bow.
He's always one for drawing vain images. Ugh.
It's
Of course he
marked
has
on
his
you.
own sigil.
You are now marked as the nemesis of his oath bow, and he has advantage on ranged attacks. No cover can protect you except full cover, and he has the limits of an oath bow, which is 600 feet range, and he fired at you. Luckily, because of Sniff's intervention, he cut it out of the air. Silver, with your perception, which you had, you see that he was in the tree line, and he has now retreated. You sit there seeing the broken container on the things with a note attached to the arrow.
Well, I gotta pick it up if it's for me.
It is. It's addressed to you.
Makes sense. Yeah, it tries to kill me instead of just talking to me. Classic Paxley. What does the letter say?
Hey there, Sikes. I heard you had a knife that could kill Outlanders. Personally, from a mutual furry friend of ours, he told me, I would say that that's a little bit of an escalation in our match. You killed me, I've killed you. I think it's about time for us to up the stakes here if you're going to try to permanently kill me and Revon. So take out a look at this hair here. You know as well as I do that time and space doesn't matter to anybody out there. Anybody can come to Revon at any period of time. Unfortunately for you, somebody that you do care about has come to Revon. See if you can guess from the hair. I'm telling you right now, I know where she is and you don't. And I made sure no one else does. Just keep that in mind the next time you point that magical blast at me. Without me, you'll never find her. And you have no idea what sweet, sweet agony Revon has in store for her. Always yours, Pax. You turn over and you see that the lock of hair is a bright, fiery lock of red hair.
Alright, so Sikes is going to read this, and then he is going to calmly put the note away, and then say, I wasn't even thinking about it with the stupid blade. great idea. But death is not good enough anymore. No, this is too far. This is not. I'm gonna start muttering, like, why is she here? Like, she's not even a fighter. Why would she be here? And now I'm gonna slowly put the note away and say, we gotta kill Paxley. We gotta find Paxley Knot and do to him more than we did before. I'm gonna go on a mission of vengeance right now. We can go to the ball for sure. But this is way more. This is more than I want to do. But he deserves this. So I'm gonna. Who's gonna stop me? Or try?
Why did I stop you? I'll help you.
Perfect.
We should try to find whoever he's holding first. I don't want her used against you.
Yeah, we can do that. Ooh, it's gonna be real dark for the next couple days.
If you tell me about her, I can't guarantee it'll work, but I could try a sending spell.
Okay.
No guarantees it will work, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I can tell you about her.
Do you explain Rosie to her?
Trying to find my notes on her. Yes.
I can send them to you if you want.
Yeah, so I got it. So imagine just a young maiden but doesn't have any like flaws or blemishes on her face. Wears a dirty apron with really worn down boots. She's got really thick red hair. Imagine someone never dainty enough to never pick up a sword, but strong enough to stand up to those who do. And the smell of stew is always on her. Is that enough?
I believe so.
Ask her where she is, what Paxley has done to her. Please.
If it goes through.
You cast the sending spell using his point of reference to try to locate Rosie, the barkeep. What do you say?
It starts out with, I'm a friend of Sikes. Where are you? What has Paxley not done to you? Describe if you can.
You sit there, and Silver, it's been twice in 2 days, but you're starting to get really annoyed by the fact no one's answering your goddamn sending spells. She doesn't answer. But you're fairly sure, based on your magical repertoire, that you did connect. She seems unable to answer. Which could be a number of things. She could be asleep, or something else. That said, you do know, based on the spell's magic, that she is not dead.
Would the magic also tell her if she is indeed in Revon?
She is in Revon.
Okay.
I would have had to have rolled if she wasn't.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah, you would have, because it's got to be planar. That's exactly right. So you know it connects and it doesn't planar. So yeah, you know
Yeah,
Rosie's in
there was a 5%
Revon.
chance that if
Yeah. Sorry, I did read that
No,
spell.
you're
I
fine.
promise.
You're fine. It is evocation, not divination, if that
Right.
matters.
Not for the purposes of what's happening. If that also tells you something.
It tells me what it is not.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you tell us like that? Like what issue that nothing happened and nothing connected?
Silver will look at Sikes. She's here, but not dead. If that is some comfort, but she was not able to respond to me, and I don't know why.
Okay. So Sykes is gonna slowly saunter back away from everybody and then go to the field of grain, and he's gonna cast Fireball twice.
Damn. I got a boom spell with that. Let's do this.
He's gonna say, like, he'll hold the fireball in his hand and he'll say, "She wasn't even supposed to be here." And then the second one, he'll be, "She's not even involved in anything." And then the fire. That's all the spells I have.
The grain burns across the field as you spread fire. It wheezes and there's flaming. And as if you've ever seen grain burn, you know that the plant itself, as it burns, the pieces detach and it creates like a firefly effect over the pyre as the grain burns higher and higher, and it swirls around you as you guys approaching night, and you watch the fields of grain burn, of the false grain brewed by these creatures of the night.
Sykes will stare at the flames until we move on.
The mayor will come back from the cart and be like, "Are we good to move on? Can we get the cart out of the way? Sorry, I seems like I don't want to know what's going on. Are you guys okay? Is he okay?"
Fine. Let's move.
"Yeah, I'll go back to my wagon. Cool. Bye. See ya. Hello." And he like turns around. The mayor turns around and like runs away. You just burned an entire field of grain.
No remorse.
I guess we'll move the other wagon out of the way.
Yeah, the other cart begins to proceed north again. And you guys hop back on the wagon and continue heading north.
Back on the wagon.
Sikes sits alone and sullen. Not that I'm assuming, I'm just gonna editorialize here. Just stop me if I'm wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Just two sulky boys.
You guys continue north, and as you do so, I believe Philip is still driving the caravan, but if anyone looks out the window to the north, you can begin to see in the distance a floating mountain. Beyond the edge of the infinite fields of grain and grapes and giving and life, you see a dark mountain that cresses the sky, and it sits there floating in the distance, disconnected from the range that it seeks to head back towards. This is the Moonstone, a literal mountain in the sky.
Ooh,
And you drive your carriage towards it.
ominous.
Definitely big.
Now we know Professor Arkham's in there. At least we know one person. Oh, well, no. I guess Silver knows more than one person.
I do know he is in there, but I don't know where in there he is.
Any way to narrow down their search?
Not until we get closer.
let's do so.
You, as you approach in the distance, you can fly off after it if you want with whatever flying abilities you have. But the carriage's speed is about 60 feet per second at a trot. And you proceeding behind the other carriage, which is moving much faster than yours. It opens up distance as time goes with a much larger carriage team. But you guys stay in sight of it all day. But generally, your speed as a carriage is 60 feet, and it appears that the mountain is moving faster than you, heading north. You can try to speed up and chase it, or you can fly off after it. What would you like to do?
I mean, we can't catch up to it, can we?
Your broom
It
could.
flies me. Well, yeah, but I'm not about to go alone.
Yeah, you would go alone, yeah. Maybe with one other person.
Yeah, I think we should just let it go. We can come back to it.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys proceed north, you come to the foot of an infinite mountain range. Peaks as high as the eye can see. You see it carries on in either direction infinitely to the edge of the coast and beyond, snow-capped mountains. And you see snow begins to start falling, white and thick. As the trudges of the carriage, Philip expertly drives you through them. You see burnt-out villages as you pass by, and the landscape changes from fertile to one of white death. Nothing grows here but deciduousness, and you have never seen the clouds of Revon thicker than above. These sickening protection from what lies beyond is now thick with snow here, and it hangs above you, tenuous and apparently ready to strike as it unloads snow upon the top of your carriage. The inside of the carriage becomes cold, and you guys unintentionally huddle together, seeking warmth, as if all love and life has been rendered south of here. You come upon the village of Little Barovia, a small village that supports it. It is indeed small, and you see that there is no one out and about in the streets as you glide through, heading north. You
Sikes, how... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Savannah.
I was just wondering how long do you need to get your spell slots back? Do you need a long rest or a short rest?
A short rest.
Can he be resting in the carriage since...
Yeah, everybody's
Philip's
got a
driving?
long rest in the
Okay.
carriage. We're all good. We're all fresh when we get to the gates at the next section. So, you all come to the gates of Castle Gothica. It lies high up on the mount, and you see in front of the castle is a moat-like river that runs along diagonally. Large ice drifts flow in the river, but you see it is a still flowing river even this far north. And on the south bank of the river you come to is a cathedral. Oop, sorry. A burnt out cathedral. And the cart stops right here. And you see that there's a wooden bridge across the way. You see this bridge is across the way, and you see on the far side of the river, standing by the gates of this great castle, is a stern-faced man, and in one yard is a bunch of snowmen that have been built by small children. And to your east is a broken-down cathedral. The mayor... Oh, Garlic Boy's not here. Sorry. You guys did not fly here. As you sit here, you guys see that the mayor steps down from his carriage. He walks over to you. I apologize that I have been used as a method of communication with you, but I have received a spell of sending. In request, I have been asked to tell you something. Would you be willing to hear me out?
You may speak.
Count Ezra has contacted me directly and said that this is the last church with any holy water before his castle. He begs you to place your blood here so that you may continue on. And he bides me to say that on the oath of Silver's life, he will never foresaw this commandment, as he cannot come across the river freely, as it is running water.
We'll look to Silver to be like, does this check out? Does he care about your life? Can he cross water?
I'm going to just make a DM note here, because I just want to go down this. You guys can try to put your blood in stuff and take it into there. You can try that. The grounds of the church as a respawn point will never be violated. I promise you that as a DM. If you try to take blood for a respawn point into the area, all bars are off. You understand? This is just a game mechanics thing I'm throwing at you. Any comments? Questions?
Are you saying that it's forever safe, or that it's just not going to get, like,
If you
unholied?
I would say this: if you respawn in the church, you're safe in the church. If you move out of the church, you're not safe. Or
Only
across the river.
inside the church.
No, across the river.
Oh.
So the point of the church is that it's a broken down, run down church that if Outlanders need to put their blood there, they can. You can try to take you can try to take holy water in a jug or something into Castle Gothica, but if it bursts or somebody respawns in it, you're good from there. You can try to do that if you like, but I'm just telling you right now that this is, as far as Count Ezra is concerned, the safe save point.
Why does he care about us?
I think he only cares about silver.
Your
That he
accessories,
does care about silver.
Seems it's an invitation. If it's a trap, then you can whatever.
It could be holy ground that he can't get into.
Silver.
have
I'm
an
gonna add this here. It is holy ground. You know that he can't cross it. So you guys
And that's why
know.
he can guarantee our safety.
Yeah, you guys know that the fact that this church is still here is just so he has holy ground to give somebody.
But if we respawn back at our town, then he might not know where to find us. He could surround the area. We can't live in there forever.
Our
What I
church
would
is so holy.
What I would
Yeah.
say too is that let's say that only one of you dies, they respawn at the town, and then that person has to take all that time to travel back here. Which I'm gonna say as a DM, I don't want to fucking deal with. No offense. I'm sorry. I'm giving you
go
a safe.
first.
I'm fucking saying as a DM, I'm giving you a safe point. If you guys want to fuck with the mechanics of it further into the castle, I don't care. But this is, I would recommend here. How about that?
I'll go first.
If Silver's doing it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll follow.
I'll
Oh,
do it.
what the hey?
You guys enter the church and you see that there's like a hay base with things. At the end of the things, there's an ancient
Got to be a different
priest.
person in there, Jack. Don't fuck with me.
What do you mean?
Oh my god,
Face
it's
looks
fire.
very
It's fire
familiar.
here.
Oh,
Kill him.
Kill him with fire.
okay. Sure. There's nobody
No,
in
I'm
there.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That's fine. The church is empty. Fuck it.
No, Jack, I was just joking.
You will never meet Friar Halam. It's fine. It's cool. I'm just joking. It's empty. There's a basin at the end of the thing where you can drop your blood into. It's clearly holy water.
Don't we have like an empty jug or something that we could maybe fill with some of the holy water? Like, I don't know, hide it in a wall. I don't know. I just don't trust it. I want to do something different.
You know that the jug has to be open face. If it's inside a closed container, the person bursts out of that and spills the holy water. And then your spawn reverts for everybody else after that.
How many jugs do we have?
I know.
6 jugs.
You can take the basin
can I
and
look
hide
around?
it in the wall if you want. You can hide it under the stage if you'd like. Guys, I am not trying to make this difficult.
Put his blood in the basin.
I promise you, this is inviolable. If you respawn into the church, it is inviolable. I will not, as your DM, ever threaten this, okay? I feel like I need to tell you this in Revon because I have gone back on so many promises. I make a solemn promise here, okay? If you respawn in the church, you are safe until you leave the church.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty.
Silver will go first, and as he's doing it, Silver's gonna like look around for any iconography that might be left.
It's a wooden church. It's like a wood-based church. It has been mildewed. It is dilapidated. There's no priest here. And it's just absolutely run down. And you have to think that people in Little Barovia or other places, but there's clearly been a world seed or a Sea of the World Tree placed here, so you know that there is protection from monsters. You're not sure what kind of church this was. At one time it seems pretty great, but it tells of a religion that you've never heard of. Go ahead. Actually, yeah, make me a religion roll real quick, Silver. Sorry, I apologize. I'm taking the roll away from you.
Sure. Let's see. Here we are. I've not rolled well tonight. But that's a 6.
No idea. The iconography is alien to you in every sense of the word. You guys move out of the church and you see across the way that people seem to be coming like pilgrims here. The people have moved out of their cart, and the mayor and Lord Robin are taking their children with their revenue across the bridge. They're waving at you as they go, as they head north towards the bridge, upwards. There's another person coming out of the dark from behind you. There's like a 7-foot-tall man in a robe and a mask coming up the road behind you. At the door in the distance, you see there is a man just standing there waiting. And he appears to be dressed like a butler.
Sikes as well.
I suppose I'll go first.
Sikes, you stand firm. Give me an order, guys, as you proceed over the bridge. The bridge is 10 feet wide, so you can go 2 by 2 if you'd like, or 1 by 1.
Silver says you go. He go first. I'll go behind him.
I'll go next to him.
Is everybody okay with that order? Okay.
Yeah, looks good.
You guys
Looks
proceed
good.
up the bridge after them. The 7-foot-tall man moves in behind your procession, taking up space, like a respectful 5 foot of distance. He doesn't crowd you, but he's coming up the bridge after you. and the other party proceeds ahead. Hello. Thank you for coming with your sacrifices for the harvest. Please proceed inside for your message. And he pats both the children on the head eerily as they pass by him. And then he moves forward towards you. I take it you are the guests of honor this year.
Nope, we're just with them. We're the guards.
Everybody make a deception check based on your disguise.
Did we get extra bonuses with our disguise?
You did not ask for magical bonuses from the mask. I gave you the opportunity.
Oh, 19. Shit.
You didn't need it. It was a nat 20.
It was a nat 20. Jeez. I'm feeling confident in this dress. I want to eye him up and down, old man.
And then an 18 for me.
I got Sikes, Savannah, Liv, Sniff, Silver. Where is Alpha?
Max
I got a
is-
3.
His roll or D&D Beyond is still down.
Ah, shit, sorry. Yeah, with a 3, he recognizes Alpha. And he'd be like, so I take that the rest of you are the guests of honor this evening.
Naturally.
All came together. Naturally. My lord has a couple of words from you once he's dispensed with the emissary from Grainhold. If you just hold here a minute, and he motions is like, please, stranger behind you. You may come in momentarily. Allow us to have this party first. You guys can accept the stranger into your party or say that he needs to wait behind. Up to you.
We don't know him. He can wait.
Yeah, we don't need him anymore.
The 7-foot stranger nods and takes a step back another 10 feet and waits. The butler ushers you in to the courtyard of Castle Gothica.
Is this man that we're looking at, is he the 7-foot tall man or the butler?
The butler. The butler's
Okay.
5.5 feet, and he's tall.
Okay.
The man behind you is 7 foot tall, the one that was following you up. And he waited respectfully back 15 feet. You proceed into the gates of Castle Gothica. Into a long room. You see at one end of the hall is a bone-like... Hold on, let me reveal it. You see off to one end of the hall is a bone-like chair. Sitting upon it is Count Ezra, as he sits there in the entrance hall with a long, ornate carpet beneath it. To each side, you see that there's pillars inside the wall, glass-like pillars, with what appears to be red blood flowing through them into an intricate weave of ceiling. You see the floors are these open pallet-like tanks, and running through the tanks on the floor appears to be a viscous blood-like fluid. The entire entrance hall is beating like a heart as the blood flows through the floors and through the pillars and the ceiling and through the lamps, and it is illuminated. And sitting on the throne across from you is Count Ezra as he watches you enter. At last, you all have arrived. I'm so glad you made it. Tell me, we haven't necessarily come here on good terms. I see you're... Well, I don't see Silver. You all are disguised. I want to hope he's the knight in shining armor, but I'm not sure, honestly. Have you come here to rescue me with a stake, like you did in Barovia? He's asking you directly, Silver. Like, you guys are in the front entranceway, and he's just sitting on a chair.
Yeah, I think Silver is gonna, like... He's not gonna say anything, but he's gonna, like, look to the party, and then just look back at Ezra. Like, not say anything. Because he doesn't wanna, like...
You're gonna make this so much more difficult. You know that? Anyways. If it's not you, it's not you. I suppose that Alpha could have come along with the rest of a different party, but that's cheap, you know? I've invited. I know a lot about you. It's so much harder to tell what's happening with you when I'm not Bonjamin, you know? It's funny to me. I've actually started to refer to my dog form as Bonjamin. Did you know that? I picked the name you gave him. It's funny to me. Anyways, my point is, welcome to Castle Gothica. Tonight, we will be sacrificing the 6 chosen to make a pact with the dark eldritch forces to keep them at bay. That their suffering might allow us to keep the world in peace. See, I don't know if Silver's here. This is really ruining the moment for me, honestly. Like, I really wanted to give him a speech about how, in this world, I'm the force for good. I created this world. I am the cardinal beast that made a perfect valley of permanence, and he had to come through it here to see it. He had to see this world. He had to see what I made. He had to see what I took vampirism and consumption, and I turned it into something good. Something he could not see when he stabbed me. That I was beyond help, beyond love, beyond anything, I was just a virus to be exhumed, and yet I have come to this world, and he is the virus here. You wish to find Lottie? You wish to find your loved ones? And you probably wish to kill me. Well, I'll tell you this. My crypt is here. Locked behind solid doors. Professor Arkham is here. Lottie is here. And a whole lot of other people that I think don't like you are here. You see, I've been on your adventure long enough to know all the people that don't like you. Lady Bertha. Queen Nala. Paxley Not. Revon, Laura. Pardon me, Sikes?
Axley is here.
Oh, of course he is. He awaits you in the billiards room, I believe.
Did you say Alora doesn't like us? We've never crossed her.
Hard to tell. I did tell her that you have the Book of Vile Darkness and lied to her, though, so maybe she doesn't like you anymore.
That's a weird rumor to spread.
It's not a rumor. I watched you be consumed by the book. I know it's on the skin of Sikes and Liv. If they're here.
It's a false rumor. That's a false rumor.
Okay, whatever.
The book isn't destroyed, then.
It's undestroyable. Whatever. It's not like I was in the room when it happened.
Yeah, if I do recall, you made that quite difficult for everyone involved. So thank you for that.
I'm here for you, Sikes.
No, I think you're here for yourself. I think you're done. I think flaunting your ego in front of everyone is really just souring everyone's mood.
You know what? It's fair. I'm being superior. I'm being unjust. I'm not extending the gift that Ash gave me. This is a world of monsters, where monsters help keep people alive. Please go to the veranda and look out the back of Castle Gothica and see what lies over the horizon. That is what is here tonight, and that's what I extend you. All the tools necessary to kill me are inside this castle. All the people you wish to save are here as well. You're welcome to go about it, but I would warn you. Do you see the floor of blood? No violence may be committed on the floor of the Necrocore. If the floor is blue, violence may be done there. If the floor is red, If you commit violence, you will be killed by the Necrocore. This is your warning. This
Can
is
you
the
define
must.
violence for us?
I don't care about stealing or manhandling.
Mind control.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
Any vampire
Only if-
here can put you under their charm effect. I don't particularly care about that. Physical harm. Anything that makes you bleed.
Okay.
Is that clear enough? Savannah? I'm actually genuinely glad you all are here. You know? I actually felt like part of the party for the longest time. I really do want you all to come here. I'll make you a promise. You see, I do good here. I want to spread my style of good to the rest of Revon. And if I manage that, I want you to join me. See, I have become more powerful here than Strahd ever could through the gift of Ash. And he gifted me with his blood by which I created this Necrocore, this blood in Castle Gothica. This blood with which I power the Moonstone, which gives love and life to this land. If at any time you want to, simply drink from the Necrocore. Drink the blood. That means you, Silver, if you're here. If you drink from the Necrocore, I will spare all 6 children that are to be sacrificed this night. That is my promise to you. Do you understand?
And what are the negative side effects of this drink?
You will become my thrall. Or, in the case of Silver, my king. We will become vampires that will set this world right. Once I have you by my side, there's nothing I can't do. I conquered death and destruction and ruin, and you did not think I could overcome my own bloodlust, but I have. I am better than this. I am beyond this. I am something else, and I want to help this land. I want to create a good world, and you can help me do that. But you've already killed me once, and I cannot trust you again without you taking this step. These children must perish for the greater good. That is what you taught me. You killed me, your love, for the greater good. Now this night we do it again, unless you wish to make your last sacrifice. Remember, at any time, sip from the Necrocore, the blood on the red flooring. Do you have any questions?
Where are you keeping our friends?
I'm not keeping them anywhere. You're allowed to go mingle with the party. To your right, he points towards the right side over here, you will find our coat room and menagerie. You can proceed back that way. Or you can go to our left and go to our dining room, and by extension our billiards room, and the Grand Gala, where you'll find your other partygoers ready there. Any questions?
And Professor Arkham is among them? The partygoers?
I don't think he was invited this time.
Then you are holding one of our friends.
Holding is such a strong word.
But accurate.
He's not resisting at the moment.
This 3 times now. Who laughs at their own jokes? Also, I do have a question for this cat for you, Count Ezra. Or should I Lord Ezra, whichever you prefer. Whatever strokes your ego the most. Having accomplished all that you have and done all this, what's it like to not get what you actually want?
His tongue runs around the outside of his mouth. Who says, I'm not going to get what I've always wanted?
Pretty much everyone. that's in this castle.
I think you'll find that it's very easy with my knowledge of you, Sikes, to bend everyone else in this world to my will, to make sure I get out of you all what I want. But we'll see.
Yes, this does seem very peaceful. You're right.
I would really, truly, genuinely like for you to follow me. And he changes his shape and becomes Bonjamin upon the throne and sits there and stares back out at you and says, "We're all friends here. I've been your friend for forever, Sikes. I want to be friends. I want us to be together."
You don't. You just want to manipulate us. You said so yourself.
I don't want to
So what purpose
manipulate
are
you. You think I want to be friends with Paxley Knott? Drink the Necrocore. We'll go back and we'll viciously murder him and we'll go find Rosie ourselves. I swear to everything in the house, I will make your future and your ones happen. You just have to follow me.
I don't want to follow you. Not only do you not know what I want, but you think you do, which is even worse. You're boasting arrogance. Quite frankly, you disgust me.
Any other banal observations you'd like to make before you enter my castle?
None from me.
You said the party was to the left? Or the right? Left and
yes.
the right?
So left is dining room, right is coat room and menagerie. Be at my own leisure in the castle. Do not commit murder or any sorts of violence inside the context of rooms that are dominated by the Necrocore and the red flooring. But if you are on cold stone, it's up to you to conduct yourself as you choose fit. Please, enjoy our harvest festival. And he turns to smoke as his mist ebbs through the stone.
Oh, thank God he finally stopped talking.
I know. Oh, jeez. Every second was another thing. How great he is. How much he's accomplished.
Good thing you burned one of his wheat fields. F him.
Fire.
What do you guys want to do?
I think I'm gonna look towards Silver and be like, "How we doing? Are you moving? Are you walking towards the party?"
He is actually like quite still. Not that you can see, but like he is gripping like the pommel of like the toy sword at his side with like almost like white grip.
Make a strength check.
And he seems to be like barely breathing.
Silver, make a strength check real fast. Or athletics.
Yeah, for sure. It's not super strong, so that's fine. If I can find my there.
Sorry about
yeah, that's a 7.
And it doesn't break in your hand, but you hear the wood squeak as you squeeze it. What do you guys want to do? You're in the main entrance hall. To the side, you see the Major Domo right here, who's still standing looking by the coat room.
So we enjoy the party.
Might as well take a look around.
Everyone we hate is here.
Sounds like a great party to me.
I'll be looking for squirrels.
Give facts, he is definitely here.
He does hate us.
He did get, among many others, he did get one thing wrong. I'm not here for him.
That's right.
That's true.
Everything he said was wrong.
So,
Yeah, he said a lot of wrong things.
what is our objective here, though?
Save Lottie, I
Kill
believe.
him. Oh,
Oh,
Only Lottie? Well, there are a couple of people. There's a professor. I guess the
Professor
professor.
Arkham is in the Moonstone.
Yeah, that's
Lottie?
true. Okay, so just Lottie.
Lottie, Professor, and the Professor's in the Moonstone. And you also, to kill the Cardinal Beast, you know, by D&D vampire rules, you have to stake him in his own crypt. With the stake that you have, Silver.
Yeah, but
Which
only
is here.
Savannah knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to make you know.
Yeah.
You and... Perfect. Sorry.
I
just
don't think
wanna...
Savannah would know how to kill a vampire. I don't think she's ever seen one before, so she
Silver.
wouldn't even know what Silver has.
Silver, you know what? Silver has the knowledge. I don't need to check. Silver has the knowledge to kill a vampire. Yeah, no, that's what. She's been to Barovia. She's aware.
So we need to find the crypt.
Yeah.
I'll
Pax.
turn towards Silver and like, is there anything we should keep an eye out on, or anything we should look for specifically?
Not going to keep his coffin out in the open. I would try to find stairs down. Savannah, you might try to find secret doors.
Oh, yes, certainly.
If we can get a layout of the castle.
Might
All
I be
blueprints.
of assistance? The butler steps up.
Perhaps.
Would you like to know the layout of the castle?
Do you do tours? Guided tours?
I do not do tours. I must sit here and wait for the guests that the master has ordered, but I can provide you somewhat of a suggestion of the locations. If you seek to kill my master, you must seek his burial ground inside the necrocore in the crypts of Castle Gothica, a floor below us. If you seek to save the professor, he resides inside the Moonstone, which is a solid mountain, and the only way into the core of the Moonstone is through the teleportation circle in the Master's chambers in the High Tower.
And do you know the location of one Lottie?
Lottie most likely will be dancing in the ballroom, if I had to guess last I saw her.
Do you tell every guest that walks into a party how to kill your master?
I didn't tell you
Insight
how
check?
to kill him. I told you what the master wanted me to tell you. You will not
Can
kill
I do it?
him. You will
Insight check
fall.
whether.
Go ahead, insight. Yeah, but roll the insight. But he's gonna keep talking here.
Yeah,
I am not telling you how to kill my master.
22.
I am telling you your odds of survival are so slim. And the help I give you here is not necessarily putting the gun in your hand, as it were. Rather, simply allowing you to get further for his own goals. You understand?
I have my own guns, I don't need yours.
So I've heard from the master. It is good to have another gun aficionado inside of Gothica. I
What
pray
does your
tell.
master want?
He turns and looks at you. You've spoken to him, correct, Silver?
Mm-hmm.
Why, you, Silver, you are to be his king, the lord of Castle Gothica. Everything here this night in this festival has been designed to ensure that you drink deeply from the necrocore and become his thrall vampire king, so that you may make happiness and justice in the land of the north. That is your goal. And remember, there are 6 children here to be sacrificed this night. If ever you wish this to end, simply drink from the necrocore. Your friends are allowed to be here as well. My lord has taken a liking to all of them. He would help them in all their endeavors. He would help Savannah find her child.
He would help Liv recover her memories. He would help Alpha lord over the woodlands and let him run and have the greatest pack in existence. He would give you what you want, Sikes. He would kill Paxley Knot and ensure that we find whatever you need from him. Your goals. He is not unreasonable.
22 insight to see if he told us the right directions.
100% he's not giving you bad directions. But he's not giving you directions. He's giving you left is, yeah. He told you which way is what, yeah.
And
What do you
which
guys wanna
way
do?
gets to the stairs? You said down a level?
He said down a level. He didn't say where the stairs were.
That's what I was asking. Where are
Yeah,
the
he
stairs?
didn't give you straight directions. He told you which rooms are on either side, and he said down is the crypt.
What if we
Up.
ask him for the stairs?
He's not gonna give you the stairs. But go
He
ahead and
just
ask
says
him.
no.
Go ahead and ask him. Yeah.
Which way to the stairs?
Why would I tell you that?
You've told us everything else.
You
Why
can
are you leaving
find
out
the
that
turret if you need
insignificant
to.
piece of information?
Because the journey is the goal. If I gave you the destination, if I took you straight to the Master's Crypt and let you stake him in the heart, then you would succeed. But of course, the journey is what will break our heroes and make you into different people that will accept my Master's plea. I have
You guys have
pointed
books
you.
here? Sounds
We
like
have a
a
library.
lovely romance novel. The Journey.
We have a lovely library. I highly recommend it. Just
Where would I find that?
I have more guests to be attending to. Do you need anything else from me that I can answer?
Is there anybody
Will you
else in this
continue?
room?
We are the honored guests. I think you can spend a little time with us.
Right. It is your job.
Unfortunately, you left another guest by the door because you did not want him to come in, so I must attend to the 7-foot gentleman outside. If
We
you
can
excuse me.
wait.
That's his.
He's gonna turn into mist and push past you out the door.
Was he standing in front of, or these the stairs?
What's up?
Was he standing in front of the stairs?
That would be so
No.
funny.
There are three doors in the room. There is one here, here, and here, and I'll go ahead and put that map up so people can see where I say the doors are.
So this room right here has no stairs in it.
There's you can open the door and look inside.
I will open the door.
It's a coat room. There's a shitload of coats inside.
Nice.
Feel the walls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can I sneak in and like see if it's Narnia?
Yeah, what do you want to do to check? How do you check that room?
Push on the walls gently, like.
Are you trying to
feel-
like do it? No, investigate. Like, give me like a.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
We'll
roll
do
it.
that. Alright. I'm also rolling terrible. 12.
You actually find something, Liv, as you're going in through here. You're able to see. Why is this not revealing the areas? This is really driving me nuts. Come on. Is this? You guys can see this part of the map right here, right?
Oh.
Is it a black box to you?
Yeah,
No, we
it's
can
fine.
see it.
I can see it.
Why is it? Why is it doing? No, that's. No, it's still reducing. We're fine. I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyways, yeah, you find in the back of the room that there is a false door that you're able to open up. And as you open up, you look and a heat rushes out at you. You see that you almost feel like you've pulled down a thing into the back of an oven.
Ah, hot.
What do you got there, Sav?
I'm gonna tug you into the closet with me and show you. Just pull you through the coats. This! But I won't let you get too close because I'm hot.
Is it like, how big is the opening that we found?
You can scramble one by one through it, but the box is like an oven box, so you're scrambling one by one into an oven. You'll have to open the oven door on the far side. It's clearly an oven. with like a
Oh,
brick
it's
fire
tough.
underneath it, and it's very hot.
Can we
through
try
there.
and smother the fire with a ton of coats?
It's great, so you can't really reach down into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm gonna crawl out of the closet and be like, "Do you still have the wine on you?" Oh no, never mind. Wine is alcohol, and alcohol is flammable. Dang it.
Oh,
Good check.
we have a
Good check.
Geyser.
Oh,
Wait, I'm gonna go pull Alpha in. Alpha, we need you.
tug through the
Okay.
coats.
I'll push you where I was standing.
All right.
You guys are into the water, and it makes a steam noise.
Ooh, it's like a spa.
You see
Dry
that steam is running out all over the direction into the main area, and also you see steam is running through the oven door into the other room.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, the fire's out.
It's fucking up the kitchen.
Yeah,
Great.
No violence though.
Yeah.
Well, we're on blue floors, so we can be violent. But
Oh.
you're right. That was unviolent. Can we just your mic?
If we were to make it poisonous fire and kill everybody inside, we're standing on blue floors. Does that make it okay?
Yeah, 100%. If you can make a poisonous fire, I want to know how you're gonna do that.
I mean,
Anyways,
we can just make like a poison
Yeah,
gas.
isn't all fire poison?
I got poison acorns. What if you aerosolize them?
not how.
Is there ventilation
Okay,
system
all right,
in this castle?
I love you guys. I love your creativity. You're amazing. Also, I'm just gonna say this: however much like poison you can pack into an acorn is not enough for a castle. Live. But anyways, the steam is running out the door. The fire's out. You can crawl through the oven if you'd like.
Oh, do we have any long weapons that could shove through and open the door on the other side without entering the oven?
Liv has a spear, I think.
Yeah, I have a sword. Just a
Do you want?
short sword. Yeah, I'll poke at it, see if I can open the door. And if I can't, I'll hand it off to Savannah.
I could stand in the doorway, stand on blue floors, and just shoot people.
I think so.
Wonder if that counts as violence on red.
But I'm on a blue floor.
Can we levitate them? What if Sikes picks them up with the broom and just drops them on the blue?
Yeah, non-violently. The gravity kills them.
I didn't kill them. Gravity killed them. I like that.
It wasn't the fall. It was a sudden stop at the end.
All
Not
right.
my
So
fault, they're
what,
poison.
what
Okay,
are
yeah, I'm
people
poking.
doing?
I
Yeah.
poked
We're
the
opening the oven door.
Liv steps into the oven and pokes open the door, and
no.
you.
Oh wait, I thought I
She
could like
doesn't want to
lean
step
in.
in the oven. Yeah.
Sure.
I want the other side to be open.
No, you have to step into the oven. Spear's 5 foot of reach, so you got to at least
All right,
lean
so
into the
don't
oven.
step in the oven.
I'll
Let's
lean
find
in.
a longer. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
hold on to your feet.
Yeah.
The door pokes
We're fine.
open,
What
and you
the
see inside. You see an extremely large, 8 foot tall, blonde man running around the kitchen in a red and white sweater. He's running about chopping vegetables, and as you see, there's a pig that's wearing clothes running around the kitchen that he's chasing. Da! Come back here, mi amor. Allow me to cook you. He's got a giant cleaver in his hand, and he's chasing this pig that seems to be in this, like, white baptismal gown.
I'll crawl on through then.
I'll follow right behind her so she's able to.
Ah, mi amor. Your blood is so delectable. Please, go this way.
Is he
talking to us or the
still?
pig?
He's
Yeah.
talking to the pig. He grabs
Okay.
the squealing pig, and you lift it up, and you see that it's a pig in, like, a white, like a small, like a 11-year-old girl's baptismal gown, and it's wearing a flower crown, and he pulls it over to the table. The pig is pulled over to the table, and he's grabbing a cleaver.
Oh, must be a coincidence.
Yeah, I don't really
I kind of like being. I'm okay with this.
meander through, I guess. Sir, I was looking for the stairs. Can you point me in that direction? I seem to have been lost, and I'm totally gonna play the old woman card.
I'll be like, oh, Grandma, I don't know where the stairs are either. They're not that way. I'll be right next to Liv.
The man turns to you. You are not allowed in my kitchen area. I am allowed
I don't
to
mean
kill
to
you.
be in here.
Please.
I don't mean to be in here. I took a wrong turn.
He holds his giant cleaver up. If you do not proceed from this location, I am allowed to cut you up and eat you. Do you understand?
Just point me the way out. Just point me the way out.
He points at the double doors behind you.
The ones... Oh. This.
Yes.
I was hoping we could.
I will take one step through them, and then lean in and ask him, have you seen the stairs?
No one is supposed to tell you where the
Full
stairs
stab
are.
with me.
Excuse me while I kill this child.
I was told that the restroom was down the stairs?
The restroom is right. He leaves the pig on the table and he comes over and he's like, the restroom is right there. And you guys see that you guys are now inside what is essentially a dining room area. And you see that there are men's and women's restrooms right here.
I'm gonna look in the restrooms. I will step back and reopen the door and say, no. You don't understand. I am accustomed to way better standards than this. I was told that the nicer bathroom was down the stairs. Sir, where are the stairs?
He just looks at you. Did you want to get a persuasion? What did you want?
Yeah, I'll try to persuade him.
It's deception.
That's not great, but we'll give it a shot. That's 13.
Nope. He just stands there, looking very Russian and staring straight at you with his 7-foot height.
Okay, we'll stare back until he moves away.
I'll close the door to break the eye contact so I can get Liv back on the mission. Just, it's okay, Grandma. Shut the door.
You see him
The standards here are so low!
You see him
Who
move
is
past the porthole
expected to
windows.
shit in that?
So it's for the record, it's like a lovely bathroom actually. Like
No.
it's like high quality.
The standards
it-
are not up to par.
It is the
for
best
Grandma.
bathroom you have seen in Revon, and I actually think in your whole life, Liv. Right? Like honestly, high quality
I
bathrooms.
think a tree stump is pretty high quality, so...
Look, I took the time to actually make this dungeon have physical bathrooms that make sense. Please respect me, okay? No, I'm just joking.
I'll look
If I
at,
took, yeah.
Liv and be like, where are we now? How do we get back to our friends?
Sikes is inside the main room. The door is right here.
Nice. Sikes.
Oh,
I guess we should go get Alpha. Go tell
Yeah,
us, but
Alpha's
not
in the
that way.
closet. Get Alpha out of the closet.
the secret tunnel worked. They're in the main room.
Oh no, don't go through the secret tunnel. That was the message we told you.
Don't go there.
You hear from the room is like, "Oh, put out my oven."
Who created such shitty bathrooms? I will shoot back.
Ezra's gonna pop out of the smoke and be like, bitch.
I know. I'm gonna insult your whole house. Show me where the fucking stairs are.
I think we should go in the bathrooms though and feel around. Just can we feel
yeah.
all of the walls?
Yeah,
You-
good idea. Look down the toilets.
Do a thorough investigation of the bathroom.
Yeah. If you go, there's a girls' and a men's bathroom. Men's is north. Well, it's I don't know. Yeah, I did that, but yeah, it's there's 2 sets of bathrooms. You can go into both and investigate them if you'd like. Make separate investigation rolls for that.
Yeah. I'll definitely
You
go
hear
into
a
one of-
squealing noise as as he chases the pig around the kitchen.
I am looking over Savannah's
Woo!
shoulder. She checks out the
23 in the women's bathroom.
yeah.
Savannah, what is that?
You can pretend that it's a pig squealing, but it's actually a husky. And I apologize.
No,
It is like the perfect sound for a pig squealing.
it is actually, yeah.
Jack's like, who has a pig?
No, it's fine. You in the women's bathroom discover that there is actually a trap door that leads behind one of the urinals that you're able to use, and you can move the wash barrel out of the way and find a small tunnel you can crawl through if you'd like.
Oh.
I think, yes, Savannah found that.
Is that your hint for her to go down?
No, she rolled for it. I said I'm looking over her shoulder.
I know. She's like, oh, I think.
I was helping her
It's in
look,
this
but
bathroom.
she rolled for it. Okay.
I guess, yeah. Do we
I'll go
want-
first again if we want.
Sure, same bit.
All right,
Go on, Grandma.
I'll stab my sword
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Go
you
through.
you end up in what appears to be a storage room for you move a barrel out of the way and you're inside a storage room for the kitchen. The door is shut, so he can't see in you, but you hear him chasing around. Come here, you little piglet. I shall make bacon out of your young ass. And he's just like running around the kitchen.
I'd like to open the barrels. What's in the barrels?
You pop the 2 barrels, and then when you come to the barrel with a marked X, you see that it has some sort of mechanism hooked into the wall.
A mechanism into the wall.
Can we investigate to see what
Can I
mechanism
try
is
to,
behind it?
like, is it attached to the wall? Can I move it away from the
barrel.
wall?
The barrel is hooked to the wall, and it appears that the barrel has a keyhole hooked to the top of it. You can attempt to pick the lock if you'd like.
Ooh. I'll like happy dance and tap Savannah on the ears.
I got this.
You go.
Let's go
you
back.
Is it-
Let's go back to while you do that. Go ahead and roll me a thieves' tool check on the piece. But Silver, Alpha, Sniff, Sikes, you guys look left behind. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, one sec. It's a sleight of hand check.
Yes, sleight of
Okay, sorry.
hand,
Go ahead.
which is probably the same as your sleight of hand. Is probably because it's with proficiency. It's probably like your thieves' tools is probably identical to your sleight of hand essentially. Well, fuck. Yeah, you pop that shit open. But let me do Sniff.
But you go back to them, yeah.
Sniff, Silver, Sikes, Alpha. What are you doing?
I will go in the room. I'll look into the room to the left.
Where
with him.
did Ezra say the party was? To the left, or?
He did not say specifically. He said it was through the dining room and the billiards room was where the party was.
Okay.
And he intimated that Lottie would be in the main ballroom, which is through the billiards and pool room.
Yeah, so I would be, I guess, following Sikes, because that looks like the dining area, and then maybe further up is the billiards hall.
Yeah, you guys see that Savannah and Liv have gone to a thing and have popped open a barrel through the girls' bathroom. You see that they have popped open this barrel and have revealed a long hallway leading somewhere. Sorry. Let me just reveal this hallway. Yeah, the hallway is lined with what appears to be strange-looking tapestries and rugs. Some sort of animal-based hide rugs. Sikes, you poke your head into the coat room, and you see that there is like an off room here. And as you go into the door, you hear the voice of Lady Bertha coming through the other door. You can listen in if you want. Sniff.
Oh, yeah, I'll listen.
As you lean down to the keyhole, you're able to see into what is a menagerie room, and with lots of different heads. And you see Sir Saul, your guys' one-time friend and paladin of the Heart Tree, in the room, arguing with Lady Bertha. I do not understand, lady. He is a cardinal beast. Why are we here? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why does it matter to hunt these people down when we have a cardinal beast at hand? It is our duty. She turns and stares at him, and she's like, "You are so young. You do not know the way of the world and the way things are meant to work. You must trust me on this. We are here to kill this party. And if we cannot complete that task, it is up to us. They have escaped my spear once, and they will not again. We have been asked to do this directly by the tree tender. And if that is the truth, if he asks us, then we ask not questions. Have you failed in your goals this night, then? Have you forsaken your oath? I forsake nothing, but perspective is something I am owed and deserve. Then go. Be gone from this place. You see Saul turn and walk towards the door.
I book it.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Easy. Let's do this. Come on. 13.
Saul opens the door and sees you as you're going through. You guys make eye contact as you're popping through. And Saul just sort of nods his head at you and then slams the door shut behind him. And he, like, gives you a wink.
I tip my hat.
You pop back through.
I'm gonna look at Alpha. We need to warn everyone. Crazy wooden spear ladies here.
Ah, great.
Yeah. And she's trying to kill all of us. So there's a lot of information.
What color was the floor in that room?
Oh, it was bluer than the skies back home.
You know what I'm realizing?
Kind of safe here.
There's actually like a glass pouring noise in my ambience that just sounds like somebody peeing. It's like too far. Like I just like that's all that could be, right? Like that's not what a picture sounds like. Like what did they do to capture this noise? I don't want to know. Anyways, sorry guys. What do you guys do? Savannah and Liv are in the hallway. Let's get everybody back together. Unless you guys want to split up.
I think we're stuck in a secret door, so.
You guys, Silver and Sikes, you saw her go into the bathroom and go through a door. Like, y'all saw that. It's not out of the way. If you want to follow them, you can. But it seems like the party's all over the place.
It's hard to say this, but I don't care.
Okay, cool.
I'm very much going to the billiards room.
Yeah, which is north.
And for Silver, he sort of asked Savannah to find secret doorways and stuff. So like, she's doing what she needs to do to find the place where we need to go. He's not gonna want to interrupt that, because he is bad at it.
All right. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and do this then. So Silver and Liv are in a hallway lined with weird animal skins leading to a far chamber. And Sikes and Silver are in the main dining room. Sikes, as you head towards the main door at the far end of the chamber, you see through the peephole, the keyhole, that it's actually a billiards room on the far side. And you see the room is alone on a blood red background. And you see that Paxley Knott is standing there inside the billiards room shooting pool. Sniff and Alpha, you're in the main area. Who wants to do what? And I think we're in groups. We're in 3 different groups. Who wants to do what first?
Were you guys coming to warn us, Sniff and Alpha?
Well, I didn't hear what Alpha said to me before.
I was just saying that maybe staying on the red floors isn't such a bad idea. With so many people out to get us, we should probably regroup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go into the closet and look for. I'll go to the closet, you go into the other room.
No, we told Alpha.
You are not there, Savannah.
No, but we told Alpha already that we pulled Alpha out of the closet and told him that it wasn't the way to go.
Oh, yeah, you did. Sorry. Yeah. It's up to you what you want to do, guys. Let's go down the list. Sniff, Alpha, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You guys proceed into the other room. Silver and Sikes. You guys come into the room with Paxley not.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna like look at Sikes. Information, not violence, is going to save Rosie. I promise.
Sikes is kind of dead-eyed, and he'll say, "Yeah, there's more things that I have to talk about."
Well, hello there, bud. He puts down his pull cue and starts racking the balls. Well, I'm so glad you made it. How you doing, Sikes?
Do you want me here, Sikes?
Sure. So Jack, I want to say this. I don't know what to say, but I have a lot to say. Like, can we postpone this?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is actually a great stopping
Till
point.
next week?
Yeah, I 100%. Sorry, I know we went over. This got intense here at the end, and I apologize. But yeah, I 100% agree. But I'm going to say this as a note. As Liv and Savannah enter the tunnel, you see the skins on the floor begin to rise. And you see that these skins are humans that have been sucked dry of bone and blood, that have been sewn into carpet and tapestry, and they rear their head and come towards you. The hallway is full of them. And we'll come back next week to see what Sikes and Silver are going to do with this, and we'll see if Liv and Savannah will survive fighting tapestry people, which is just horrifying. But I agree with you. Thank you for the notes, Sikes. I really do appreciate that. From everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, this has been Sikes, played by Tanner, Silver, played by Chesh, Sniff, played by Justin, Savannah, played by Ange, and Liv, played by Karina, and of course Alpha, played by Max. And I've been your host, Jack, and I've been your DM for this night, and thank you so much for listening to the Pen and Paper Pod. Yeah, we'll be back next week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. So I'm not going to use Critical Role's line about Thursday, but from everyone here, thank you for listening. Have a great night. Oh, lol, I'm loving this guy. Gotta love a vampire with a sunny disposition. Jack making very clear he's not peeing in the background. Yes, that did happen on a cast once. I'm very sorry. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate it. Anyways, we're not going to open that thing again. From everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, by extension, the Tuscan Shenmue Network, thanks for listening.